Okay. Hi, hello. And we're live. Welcome to the Alberta Squid Swamp Ice Rink 10 LAN 2 Second Strike Edition. Now featuring Funky Kong.
Yep. The Turbo Arcade version.
Yep. Yeah, so we are here, just having some teams showing up. We have one ready to go, though, or one set ready to go, so...
We're going to be hopping into that pretty quickly here. We are going to be watching... Let me just pull up my list real... We'll be watching Groundcod Day versus Blob Tub Time Machine.
Okay, Blob Tub Time Machine's over there, Groundcod Day's over here. Shout out to Samurai, who made us these wonderful sheets to give us...
Yes, thank you very much.
This stuff here. So, round one for this round robin match is going to be, we're going to be starting at Scorched Gorge, or Jorge as you like to say.
Yep, Scorched Jorge.
Splat Zones, which is a pretty balanced one. This one here has a... Oopsies.
Oh. That was a blast from the past for you real quick. But we'll be starting on Splat Zones on Scorched Jorge. Now, Scorched Jorge, interesting map. You have that large tower in the middle. Lots of places for long range to set up. Lots of places for snipers, for heavy splatlings. But also lots of little... The tower presents lots of opportunities for flanking.
It does.
Lots of opportunities for some close range engagements. So a very balanced map to start out this this LAN with. It'll be interesting to see what these two teams bring to the table. Blob Tub Time Machine has Lunar, Tomek, Conehands, Music Glory, and Sid the Kid.
Yep. Groundcod Day has The Bomb, Timothy, Indelibro, Samurai, and Aqua Ash. So we have two strong players on both teams for sure.
Yeah.
And I'm excited to see how this goes.
Yeah. Just looking at the Groundcod Day, they tend to prefer a lot of close range, a very close range heavy comps on their side. So I get the feeling we're going to see a lot of things like Tri-Slosh, some splatter shots, octo brushes, a lot of things that are going to be wanting to play those sneaky flanks and hope to get picks and just use that aggression to secure the zone. But that said, that strategy can easily be undone by a really strong long range.
Yeah, and I believe Lunar does like to play Nautilus, and they have a few people who can use long range weapons over on the side of Blob Tub Time Machine. So,
well, at the same time, they do have some pretty strong frontline presence too. So it'll be interesting to see how these teams sort of feel each other out in this first round here. Sort of get a impression of each other's strengths, weaknesses, game plans, and see what they try to do as they sort of begin clashing.
Yeah. And I don't know if these two teams have been scrimming together, but I have seen a few teams in our server organize scrims between each other. So we have seen teams practicing. I'm interested to see how that pans out for them, because there are some teams that definitely needed to work on things like communication, and I'm hoping to see that we can get a lot of game threes today, because we are doing best of 3 round robin for the start here.
Yep, I was involved in a few of those scrims, and yeah, two very... Well, all the teams I play with are very strong.
Yep.
Certainly makes me want to touch the game more than once every couple months, but...
Yeah. That was my experience last time. Like, I did some subbing last LAN, and it's just... Like, I've been kind of off Splatoon for a while, but playing again in this setting is very kind of like... It's reinvigorating, you know?
For sure. Absolutely.
So...
Yeah. Looks like they are just getting ready, so we'll be hopping into the game in just a moment here. Now, on a map like this, what's your go-to?
Well, it's easy. That's an easy question for me, as I'm mostly a one-trick pony. There are some open areas where brushes can do their work, and you could make an argument for using the brushes to get through, like over the top of the grates, to do flanking that way. I would, for me personally, I might push it to go try Splash-O-Matic, because that's one of the ones that I've been trying to learn how to aim with. Just because that one, like, especially if you get up high, the turfing capability of that gun is very, very high, and not to mention the accuracy as well. So that's probably what I would do. How about you?
I mean, I'm Tri-Slash for days,
Yeah.
which not a bad map for it, but I could
Yeah.
see something like Rapid Blaster being very good here.
Mhm.
I could see even like just your most shooters are going to get a lot of play here, but it looks
Yeah.
like we're about to jump in and see what they're playing. So
Yep.
See.
Oh, Blobber on that
oh yeah,
side.
oh yeah, I can
so-
see a Blobber doing some good work here.
And they did bring an ink brush on, which side is that?
Yep.
That is Groundcod Day,
Yep.
has Timothy on the ink brush, so aiming for that high mobility on top of those grates, as well as just, I love playing ink brush. It's so nimble, it's very fast paced. If you love button mashing, that's a good weapon for you.
And Blobtub taking an early capture, but it's still very much a back and forth in mid right now.
Yeah. There's specials going off, and Tomek here in a little bit of trouble getting caught up in enemy ink.
Yep, using the rain to not only get some ground back, but refill your ink as well. So the kid doing some long range work with the tri-stringer there.
Yeah. Great to see that range come into play. The flexibility of being able to do close range and long range with that weapon is going to help out a lot here.
And Timothy is looking to get their 3 down, and that's the wipe. That's going to be Groundcod Day,
Yeah.
putting in a lot of pressure, and they are going to keep that pressure going. They are going into Blobtub's base, and they're going to try and shut him down in there.
Yep.
And that's going to be an uphill battle for Groundcod Day to get out of. But ooh, good use of the hammer.
Well done, Aqua.
Ooh, two.
And going for the third didn't quite get it, but yeah, pushing the team up to this little choke point here up on their platform is a great tactic for something like splat zones here, where there are options to get out, but you are limiting how movable they are if you're able to get your entire team up there, because you have eyes on every single one of their exit points.
For sure. And yeah, just
Damn.
a ton of pressure right now. Ooh. Timothy bullying a little bit.
Yeah, that is the ink brush way. You zip around and then catch them in a place where it's advantageous to you. But we are seeing the timer ticking down to 5 points
But
here.
I don't think they're going to have the time to bring that back. So that's going to be round 1 for Groundcod Day. Pretty definitively. A little bit of back and forth at the beginning, but just able to get that one wipe they need and just push them in the base and just keep them there. That's...
Immediately after they got that wipeout, they all moved up. Like the entire team was up there. So that's, I think, was their part of their.
Yeah, that definitely seemed like their game plan there. Just getting in and just keeping that extreme aggression, that extreme pressure on Blobtub there.
Yep. Yeah. And that's splat zones for you. It's reminiscent to Turf War in that sense too. Like if you can box them in, like I guess any mode is in that same way. If you can box them in on their plat or right by their spawn, they cannot get to the objectives. So great job, Groundcod Day, of using your admittedly very short range aggression to your advantage there and just keeping them all boxed in.
For sure. And we are going to be jumping to Eeltail Alley. It is Blobtub's counter pick here. If you're on Blobtub and you just sort of got boxed in on there, what is your strategy? Eeltail, a bigger map for sure, a long map. But also the spawns on Eeltail I tend to find are kind of narrow, kind of.
Yep.
You kind of really only have 1 or 2 ways out of them. So if you get to pick the mode here, what is your go-to to?
Well, if I was afraid of getting boxed in again, I would probably go for something like Tower Controller Rainmaker, because those ones there, I mean, yes, you could box them into their spawn and prevent them from going that way, but
you're not just going to be able to put up the pressure on the tower or the Rainmaker that you need to in order to.
The objective gets closer to you in those 2 modes as you get closer to your base, so you would be able to push back a little better that way. So that's kind of the approach I would probably take there. Specifically, I would try and talk to my team and see who the problem people were and focus on them for the duration. Like Timothy with the ink brush seemed to get a lot of picks. I didn't see what the final KD ratio was, but
yeah,
definitely saw quite a few. So focusing on them, because like that's the ink brush's role, is to slay and disrupt. So their mobility is great for taking out, like zipping through something like this map as well would be very advantageous as well. But again, it's about whether or not you can get the cover you need to zip around.
And like you said, it looks like they have chosen Rainmaker as their counter pick here. And yeah, it looks like they're gonna try to. Their answer to that aggression is to pick a mode where they don't necessarily have to play in one singular area of the map, right?
Yep.
And especially with Rainmaker, there's the opportunity to reset it if it's in a very poor position, which I'm sure that both teams will probably have to use at some point. But yeah, just trying to think, how do they want to counter that extreme aggression? Because my immediate answer would be to move back a little bit. Play a little bit more defensively, because they definitely have the advantage in terms of range. But it's just a matter of being able to convert that advantage into actual picks, right?
It's why I don't choose chargers for my weapons usually, because like a strong charger can just threaten that entire area. You're not able to get past them, but a weak charger, like
it's a 4-on-3.
Exactly, yeah, and that's a tough uphill battle to get through. But if you can diversify that way, that'd be great. Or just choose better, choose subs that'll help you out with that kind of stuff as well. Like there's a very narrow map, so finding ways to disrupt them that way could be very good. Seeing
Groundcod Day in blue and Blob Tub in orange.
Yeah, so seeing an Octobrush on Inkbrush again for getting those grades to see Timothy blasting on ahead with that
the
mobility.
Wow, I'm blanking on the name. The Blob is a new addition, but the Groundcod Day comp has not changed significantly. And Blob Tub getting a few points on the board early, but they do sacrifice 2 of their teammates to do it. But it looks like Conehands and Tomek have been able to hold it off. Ooh, that was scary. That's a little spicy.
Jumping in and seeing a hammer like that, very, very nerve-wracking. And a Kraken in the distance, as Sid here, yeah, definitely backing up is a great choice.
The Explo, a solid choice, but again, the bomb just gets in from behind with that Blob Lobber and is able to get the pick there. And Timothy coming in for a flank as well. There, high aggression coming from Groundcod Day, as expected from their comp. Just a very aggressive. Ooh, get out of there, Conehands. Dang,
got caught up by that Kraken Royale, and not able to get away. Which, you know, again, this is a numbers game here. Trying to play a nice splash.
They gotta be happy about that one.
Yeah. Now
that's gonna be 3 down. That's gonna be
get some points down, get some turf back, push up, and hopefully not overextend themselves. So Sid here just taking some time to turf up again, probably get some special going.
Yep, get some special going, get your area. Ooh, but gets called out by Timothy and Aqua there. 2-on-1. That's, especially when you are an Explo, that is a near impossible situation to get out of. And Conehands goes down.
Aqua and Timothy wreaking havoc in the back line here is really giving Blob Tub a really rough time.
A good pick with the Wellstring there.
Yes, yeah.
And
so they were able to defend and get that, take out the Rainmaker carrier. Now they just need to pop that and get out of there. Nice shot on
goes down.
Tomek going up for some points to get on the board, push this Rainmaker ad here, opting to go up the ramp instead for a little bit of a safer approach.
Not a bad choice too, especially when
the other team's all short range.
Yep.
If they're not already on that walkway, that catwalk, then you're kind of hooped.
But also against a comp like that, if you know they're all on the ground, you don't want to be on the ground.
Exactly, as the Rainmaker, yeah.
They've grabbed the Rainmaker, they are all up. This is going to be a very difficult position for Blob Tub Time Machine to defend. They do get the carrier there. Timothy, that is a saucy little beacon right there. And I think that's going to be a dunk right there.
Yep.
And good job, Groundcod Day. A little bit more back and forth on that one, but still a very clean match right there. Again, they got into the position they wanted to get into, and were able to just push that advantage, push them into a position that they just couldn't defend from to an effective degree.
Yeah, I wasn't paying close attention to how well Groundcod Day was using beacons, but on a long map like that, like I can see why Timothy chose that specific brush, because there's so many nooks and crannies for you to hide your beacons in. And it just especially for a mode like Rainmaker, just maintaining that pressure is pretty key for pushing the objective there. So
Yeah.
Looks like they are going to be playing out their third, which is great. It's going to be a counter pick for Blob Tub Time Machine.
Yeah,
So
on Hagelfish. Again, another very neutral map. Definitely a
more
few,
open.
a bit more open, a bit more opportunities for long range to wreak some havoc. But also a lot of opportunities for flanking, and flanking is something that Groundcod Day has just been on point with today. So it's gonna be difficult for them to be able to get past that wall.
Yeah, that is a tough one to get around too, because especially if Timothy runs a brush build like I do, typically it's going to be with Ninja Squid and just the ability to sneak around to get flanking done. So I feel like in order to counter that, you just have to have really good map awareness, and that is something that takes time to develop, in my opinion. Like,
yeah, for
I
sure.
don't have great map awareness of where the entire team is, and that's kind of what this kind of boils down to, in my opinion. Is just like getting the team together to practice this kind of stuff, and reviewing the VODs. To any teams who are doing that, good on you, because we have footage from both setups at this point. So being able to review that footage and look at how your team was doing is very, very crucial. Like, all of our commentary obviously comes with a grain of salt.
Yeah. We are by no means experts at the game, but we've seen enough of the game to be able to commentate it to a substantial
a decent
degree.
amount. Yeah. We have, if nothing else, we've got time in the game. So
for sure.
So, but yeah, if I were Blob Tub Time Machine, I would definitely look at these first few matches and look back at what was happening, but what their biggest pain points were, and try and focus on those. Like, pick one pain point at a time. Obviously, like, okay, we kept getting flanked. Look up tactics to combat that, and look at what your team can do for in terms of loadout, favorite weapons, and stuff like that, to try and figure that stuff out. So.
Yeah, well, looks like we're going to be hopping into our final match of the set real quick here. Again, Groundcod Day already taking the set, but well, we'll play it out. We'll see what happens. Maybe they do have an answer, and we're excited to see what that answer will be.
Yeah,
looks
this
like
can either be a fun match for them or just another extra bit of practice.
And it looks like they are doing splat zones on Hagelfish.
Ooh, pretty different loadouts on both teams here. Seeing a Decavitator come out on the side of Groundcod Day.
And that's part of the fun about playing a third match, is like, yes, we've already run the set. Let's experiment. Let's have a little fun. Let's try something we don't normally try.
Exactly.
Something we're not as confident with, but something that, hey, it might work.
Yep. And all in all, like, this is just a chance to play some good fun matches with friends. Typically getting past that splash wall.
Just that aggression again.
Yep. Groundcod Day seems to be their specialty, is just the aggressive comps and builds that will just lock you out by sheer killing power alone. So, geez, the dynamo on this map in particular is
yeah, that's oppressive. But Sid in a good position with the Explo.
Yeah.
And just getting the shots, but
getting pushed off there from that dynamo though. Like, that
you
has
definitely
that range.
need support from the bottom in order to confidently stay up there.
Yep. It is a rough place to be, getting in a bad space, but using this triple flash to get 3 kills. Wonderful.
Nice. They
stuff, Sid.
Gotta be happy about that one. That's gonna be them not only taking the zone back, but they are imposing a pretty substantial penalty on Groundcod Day. Ooh, but the hammer comes in. And Groundcod Day back in control, getting the wipe. They are going to start ticking through that penalty of theirs.
Man, Big Bubble is actually a great choice for this as well, because giving your team that like small base of operations in mid there, where it's a little harder to hit that that top of that Big Bubbler is actually really nice.
For sure. And with the Music Glory with the Flingza, trying to get the pick, but just there are 3 of them, and you can't. It's hard to narrow it down sometimes. And that is not a jump. Sid protecting that jump doesn't save the jumper, but does get a pick. And
one thing I'm noticing here, Musical Glory was definitely going for a Bloodlust kind of kill, which I'm very familiar with myself. And Conehand's also just not really looking before leaping.
Yeah.
That is going to really hurt your team when you're just kind of, pushing forward too fast without knowing what the situation is. Like, one of the biggest things that helped me with my Splatoon gameplay was learning to just stop for half a beat before hopping into the action.
For sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Because if you just keep going in and going in kind of blind, being hyper focused on like one thing, you're gonna get flanked. You're gonna get caught off guard by someone on the side, that kind of stuff. So
For sure. Yeah. We're going to take a short break while we get our next round set up, but we will be right back with more Splatoon action.
see you in a bit.
See you soon. And welcome back to the Alberta Squid Swamp Ice Rink Season 10 LAN 2. We are about to hop into another set of rounds. I'm just pulling up our schedule right here.
Yeah, so we just finished watching Blob Time Machine versus Groundcod Days, so we're gonna get the next set queued up here. But in the meantime, shout out to the Bomb for giving us donuts from the Donut Mill.
Wonderful. Yep.
They are, if you haven't been to the Donut Mill, anytime you're going from Calgary to Edmonton or vice versa, like it's
If you happen to find yourself in Red Deer for God knows what reason, but if you're there,
yeah.
Donut Mill, if you're watching this, sponsor us.
Yeah. make a squid ink colored / flavored one.
Yep.
Well, yeah, that is the hand of
Yep.
the that fed us the donuts. So don't bite that hand.
Yep.
Do we know who we're watching next?
I believe it'll be.
Okay, so that would be Fintersteller versus Groundcod Day.
Deja Fugu.
Deja Fugu.
I think we have a sub.
Oh.
Yeah, we're missing a couple people today, so we have a couple substitutions. So if you might see a few repeated names, just because the name is repeated does not necessarily mean the same person is playing.
And it doesn't mean they're filthy traitors either. They're helping the team of the Alberta Squid Swamp.
Absolutely. But yes, we have Fintersteller. Why don't you tell us who's on Fintersteller?
So we have Illidan's, typically running Emperor Splat, Dually Splattershot, and Tentatek Splattershot. Clabe, going by Ballpoint Splat, playing Nautilus 97 or Slosher. Kaz going by Tenebrella, Custom E-Leader or Octobrush. Artemis going by Splat Dualies, Perry Splat Dualies, and Splatana Wiper Deco, as well as Quirky.
Yep.
So I've seen this team queuing up for lots of practice as of late, so I'm excited to see how they do.
And Deja Fugu, a team I am familiar with, as I played with them a little bit this past week. Iveratic, with the Mini Splatling, Splat Charger, Octoshot, Control-Alt-Dog, Octoshot Replica, Wellstring B, and Range Blaster. Occubot, Squiffer Umbrellas, and Dreadringer.
They will. Ogubot will show up as Yellow Toad on the stream. They're one of those people with many names. So just throwing that in there. Go ahead.
And Arkanoth with Carbon Roller Deco, Nozzle Nose, and Reflux. And Melee 20XX, Tri-Slosher, Octoshot, and Decavitator.
Yeah.
So, having played with them, again, another very aggressive comp. You definitely will see Control-Alt-Dog and Arkanoth doing a lot of front row, very aggressive, some sneaky flanks.
Yeah.
But that said, a little bit more long-range utility. Iveratic, a very solid long-range player.
Yes. Who can play long range up in short range as well.
For sure. But Fintersteller, also a couple of really strong players. Kaz, kind of a menace
Yes.
in our community here with that. Just the insane tent plays we see from Kaz are just wonderful, immaculate, incredible to watch. And I'm sure we'll see quite a few of those in the next few moments here. That said, a couple of other really strong players on that team. Clabe, with their ballpoint, is also something to be intimidated by at the very least.
Yep. would wholeheartedly agree with that. They are going to be very crucial for this team because they are one of the people with the longest range unless Cause decides to go for the custom E-liter 4K scope. But we are back on Splat Zone Scourge Gorge.
I don't know if we're going to see the same type of game that we saw before. I don't know that we're going to try to see someone get boxed out. But that being said, you never know.
We will find out for sure. I'm expecting to see this map. I feel does pretty well with having a bit of range because, again, like you mentioned the last time, there's a lot of places for a long-range player to perch, whether it be on the tower on your side or the tower in the middle. Like there's ample opportunities for them to find a nice high spot to pick people off from afar.
And a lot of closer range weapons, like those are perches they cannot get to easily.
Yeah. For the ones by their base, you have to go around that ramp, which they'll have full visibility on you the whole time. So, yep. So we'll see how this goes.
For sure. We're about to hop into the game any moment here. We're just getting a... Yep, there we go.
There we go.
Interesting. Okay, we have Deja Fugu in pink and Fintersteller in green.
Yeah, that limey green yellow. So let's see. Yeah, we have long range. Well, no, not long range. Reflux is, I think, the longest range one on the side of Deja Fugu.
Yeah, that's because that's a mini, which is
I believe that's Ivo's mini, which is going to be. Yep.
Oh, no, it's not Ivo's mini. It's Ivo's hammer, and it's about to come down.
it's ready.
It is ready. It is loaded. It is locked. And it's only a matter of time to see how much damage that thing is going to do.
And two, that point sensor on them already just before doing that probably helped out a ton, knowing exactly where they're moving, trying to hide. So.
Yep. And again, they're pushing into their base a little bit. Maybe not quite as aggressive as we saw last time, but it is working out for them.
Getting multi-picks here when you're pushing up this far is going to be pretty rough. They are getting a lot of points on the board here.
Yep. And Kaz,
ooh, that was nice.
Using that Zipcaster as a defensive tool. Again, if you get ooh.
See, that's what I mean about like pausing for 1 second before you hop in. That'll help you out a lot.
Yep. Look, take a quick gander at what the situation is looking like, and use that to determine what your game plan running in is. But Samurai, subbing in for Deja Fugu, is able to aggressively push them back into their base again.
5 points left.
Put Fintersteller back on their back feet, and Deja Fugu is gonna take that first round.
Yeah. Very strong play on their part. Again, watching them capitalize on those wipeouts, really, really powerful stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
As soon as they're able to, they push up, they put a bunch of turf down, they kind of fan out as soon as they get past that ramp, and just set up camp there and start getting picks.
Absolutely. And yeah, I said at the beginning we're not going to see a match similar to the last one, but as it turns out, that was somewhat similar to our last match.
Well, Fintersteller did capture the zone first, I believe. They had a few points ticked down, but again, when you're up against an aggressive comp like what Deja Fugu was running...
Yeah, one bad wipe will just determine the whole match, especially on Splat zones for a map like that, where it is fairly easy to get locked in. But they are ready to... Oh, wait, I'm looking at the spectator setup. Never mind. Ignore me.
Multiple setups to monitor is an interesting thing we got to deal with here.
But yeah, like last round, our second match will be played on Eeltail. Again, a longer map. Yeah, definitely gonna favor long range a bit more. I get the feeling that we'll see a few of the players in this match move to more backline centric comps. I guess that will depend on the mode that we see. I could really see Fintersteller going for a tower here.
I could see that. They have a lot of weapons that would really complement that as well. Like, I could see Kaz easily going to the tent umbrella for this one. Narrow alleyways with something as oppressive as the tent umbrella is going to be really, really handy on their part. And a lot of their other, like even the Nautilus for Clabe They and the ball playing Splat lane too. Like both of those would be very good picks for this one. So I think that's probably I'd put money on that as well. That they would be doing that. So
for sure.
but we'll see what they end up choosing in the end. Yeah, I did see a player swap. We did have Illidan's show up. Issues with transit, so doing a quick player swap is why we have a bit of a delay. But
I mean, issues with transit is just a regular occurrence in this town. But
it's not an issue with transit. It's just the transit experience. I don't wanna I'm very wary of this topic because I know Joel has many strong opinions, we'll say, and I do as well, but I'm just not as vocal about them. If you travel anywhere in the world, you'll know that our transit system is lacking in comparison. Yoko, who's running the stream, just got back from Japan. Like after my first trip there, like every time I had to take transit after that point, I was like, man, it could be so much better.
Absolutely. It's disappointing, to say the least.
Yeah.
But
it's here, though. We do have it.
Yep.
And part of the reason why we are set up at Century Box Cards for our lands is because it is very close to a train station. So,
shout out to Century Box Cards, by the way.
Yes.
Thank you for always letting us use your space. If you're watching this, you should give them money. You should give them lots of money. You should go into their store and buy things and give them money.
yeah. And they run. They use this tournament space for many other things as well. So they'll run Yu-Gi-Oh tournaments down here. Magic, obviously.
Yeah. Pokemon.
Do they run One Piece, Yoko? Yep. Oh yeah, they run One Piece down here. Oh yeah, One Piece. Okay, well, so we've pushed One Piece card game out of the basement. They're running it upstairs right now.
Yeah. The One Piece is in fact real, as it turns out.
Okay.
Century Box.
It's here at Century Box Cards.
Century Box.
You just
right
gotta
now.
find it.
This is the end of the Grand Line.
Yep, this is the end of the Grand. When Oda first started writing One Piece, what was it, like 98, 97? He envisioned this building in this city specifically with, and he envisioned that the card game based on his beloved manga would be played directly on top of a Splatoon LAN.
Yep.
A Splatoon LAN that we are about to see the second match of.
As they say frequently over in One Piece, it's all according to Keikaku.
Yep, indeed. Yep, believe it.
God, we are heavy sins in this chat right now.
Speaking of heavy sins, we're about to jump into our next match and see some heavy sins committed on either side.
Let's see some war crimes, people.
Yep. Fintersteller in orange and Deja Fugu in blue.
Okay, so yeah, as
they
predicted.
have chosen tower control.
Yep.
And okay, the tent does come out for Fintersteller.
And the heavy Splat
I don't
lane-
think Deja Fugu has changed their comp at all. At least not that I.
I can't remember what they had last time.
Ivo just wreaking havoc with that mini. Gets a Splat on Quirky there. Clabe.
Yeah, they're just hopping around, playing backline here, getting targeted a little bit, but able to have their teammate with Splash Wall offer some protection from these flanks. Great mobility there. Using that Splash Wall to just like make them have to recalibrate their aim frequently to try and get you. That's
Control a dog, looking for a position here to really be a presence with that Wellstring. Illidan's using the splash down, gets Ivo.
Great play and just hunting down this last one here. Trying to play objective here, getting another pick. Great job staying alive and playing objective there. Samurai up here with some soft bevies.
Yeah, and gets knocked down by Clabe. Because tower control, interesting because you only really need one person riding the tower, so it kind of just becomes a deathmatch around the tower for everyone who is not riding it. Samurai dodging those lasers, gets a delayed pick with that
this is
bomb.
gonna be what?
Ooh, uses the wall there as cover, and that's gonna be the end of that push for Fintersteller. Still a very commanding push. They were able to break through all 3 checkpoints on that. 15 points left on the board. That is going to be extremely difficult for Deja Fugu to come back from. Kaz using the tent to shield himself from the explosion there.
Yeah, it's they can play a little defensively now if they want, but there's still plenty of time left, so I think they're probably going to want to still go for the knockout here. Ooh.
And using the tent as a but the tent, that's not going to stop a hammer. That's not going to stop a hammer. And goes down to Clay, but does get at least 2 of their teammates. Was that 3?
I only saw 2, might have been 3 though. But that being said, like we are both sides just respawning here, coming in, and Clay coming up on tower with the refreshing bevies. Trying to get some picks and keep momentum going. I think they're doing a great job of coordinating and man, great movement. I'm actually very I thought we were still watching Clay. I'm like, man, Clay was moving real fast for a Splat lane.
And using that splashdown to take control of that court at the very least, but goes down. Jumping out of a bad position there is probably the smart thing to do.
Well, he's got full special right now, and this could be a great time to stay alive and use it when it's necessary. Get at least 1 pick.
Yep,
maybe
chasing
more.
him down a little bit, but not pushing up too far, staying with the team there.
Yep.
Playing it safe. They are on the defense here, and they really need to be transitioning to a position where they can be attacking from. And
yeah, I don't know if it's a just a symptom of the map, but I do see a lot of the teams like pushing up together and defending together. So
for sure.
I was not expecting that outcome. I thought for sure Kaz was gonna be taken out by that hammer.
Kaz not enjoying the hammer plays. Does the tent just shred those?
That's interesting.
I was not aware of that.
Very kudos to Kaz for that just sheer survivability in that situation there. Could have easily turned poorly, but just keeping him on the toes and using everything at his disposal to stay alive.
And I think that's the interesting thing to see about how Kaz plays the tent is he's very mobile with it. Like when you play a heavy weapon like tent, you can kind of feel like a glass cannon sometimes in that like it is very easy for you to get picks, but when you are not in the position that you want to be in, you can feel defenseless a lot of the time. But Kaz is able to just use the wall of the tent and just use it to keep himself mobile, keep himself in positions that he wants to be in.
Yep. I'm also seeing a lot of use of beacons on, I believe, both sides, just putting them out constantly to make this a very fast-paced match. But that being said, we only have 15-ish seconds left.
And Deja Fugu has a lot of ground to make up, and I don't think that they have the time or the pressure right now to be able to push it up. Fintersteller is about to start ticking more points down, which...
Yeah, they're holding back a little bit just to make sure that they are able to defend that a little bit, and paid off in the end. Great job, Fintersteller, making sure that we get a game 3 here.
A real game 3, for sure.
Yep. Not like the pretend game 3 that Yoko said,
but yeah, just 2 pretty evenly matched teams right now. I'm curious to see what Deja Fugu comes back with on this one.
Let's see, we're coming up to Hagglefish Market. I could honestly see them doing something like clams, because like if they favor aggression on that side a little bit, like again, very slay happy team.
But even on that note, Splat Zones might also be a very real possibility. Just Splat Zone's a popular pick for this map and specifically, but force them to stay in that middle section where they are easy pickings for a lot of the flanks that Deja Fugu wants to do. Both Control Alt Dog and Archinoth really talented at making those plays.
Yeah, I can see that too. So we'll see what they end up picking right now. Here's hoping that I don't know. I'm excited for both teams to show what they can do here. I don't know what we're going to see in terms of loadout changes, but it's going to depend heavily on what mode they want to pick. So,
for sure. Yeah, and again, I don't know that we see a lot of changes in the comps after this. I feel like both teams have their niche. Like, we'll see a few slight variations of it, but yeah, I don't think that either team is going to change it up too dramatically at this point in the set here.
No, I think they both, like, that last match, there was a lot of back and forth. Like, it was not a straight domineering of one team over the other. Fintersteller, they obviously got a very quick lead, but Deja Fugu was constantly getting picks back and forth. Like, lots of solid attempts to get like flanks and getting some sneaky picks on them, but for whatever reason, Fintersteller's was able to just keep them pushed back.
For sure, yeah. And it's definitely not one immediate pick, or one immediate push. It was definitely a very slow push over the course of the entire match.
Yep.
And it looks like they are going to go for splat zones on Higglefish.
Okay.
I think that tells us for sure we're going to see Archnoth on that carbon. Definitely his go-to for the at least the last couple of lands for sure. Control Alt Dog, I could definitely see going for something a little closer range. They're very scary at close range.
Yeah. For Fintersteller, Fintersteller has a good chunk of people who play, like, by that I mean like 2 people who play long range weapons. So I'm expecting one of them to switch over to. I can see Tenebrella being good again for those side alleyways, so I expect Kaz to stay there. Clabe I could see switching to either Ballpoint or Nautilus to make use of that top. Probably Ballpoint if I were to pick, because like the flexibility of being able to shoot close and far range with that would be very handy.
For sure.
Nautilus on top of that, the glass hut, I don't know what you call it, the little gazebo. Those things, you're not really able to make use of the, the Nautilus perk of swimming around with your charged shot. So, but we'll see.
That's good incentive to use the Goo Tuber, everyone's favorite weapon in Splatoon, as you can hold your charge as you swim around.
Is that Goo Tuber only? I thought that was Nautilus as well. Nautilus can do that too.
Both can do it.
Okay.
But looks like we're about to hop in right here. Deja Fugu in purple, and Fintersteller in orange.
Tenta stays. There's the Nautilus. Okay. And we do see a Splatana over there. 52 gals. I'm gonna guess that's Illidan's on the dualies. So.
Yep. Oh, I was incorrect. We have Arcanoth, and I believe that is the Nozzle Nose.
Nozzle Nose.
It's ooh, gets out of danger there. Keeping Deja Fugu pinned down, but I don't think. There's the first pick.
Yeah, Quirky coming up, pushing up pretty far here, trying to get Samurai with Splatana, not able to quite get it in there. The hammer coming out.
There it is. And that's a trade, which unfortunately for Deja Fugu, Fintersteller has a pretty solid command of mid right now.
Yeah.
Deja Fugu a little bit staggered at the moment.
Ooh. Yeah, Deja Fugu, like with Samurai going down here, Ivo needs to find a way to push up, but safely, and that's going to be very difficult being hailed down by bullets. Using cover very smartly, jumping out of danger.
Just really good use of that sponge there. But 20 seconds left on the board, less than. Deja Fugu needs to make their push right now, and I think there it is.
Yep, there's the penalty. Ivo coming in with a hammer, painting zone, and just disrupting the other team from doing what they were trying to do and maintain proper control. So getting a heavy penalty on Fintersteller, they're now able to breathe a little bit more. Yeah,
for sure. That's at least 60 points that they're going to have to chew through. But Fintersteller does take back control, and they are chewing through that penalty there.
Yeah, Fintersteller doing a great job of just like making sure that they cap zone very fast.
And ready with that hammer. It's just a matter of time before that comes out again, and here it is. Oh, but it gets called out. Quirky rushing him down and getting the pick before Ivo can capitalize on that. And with 10 seconds left to penalty, that's going to be them Yeah, that's going to be going to Fintersteller there unless Deja Fugu can make a push right now.
Quirky doing a great job in the back line here, just sharking around, disrupting the entire team. So
Yeah.
that will go to Fintersteller.
Yep, good job, Fintersteller. That just very, very solid play there. Yeah, just a lot of back and forth that set. For sure, but Deja Fugu, even though they had that early lead on that first round, Fintersteller sort of saw their game plan and was able to find the holes and push through.
Yeah, as we all do when we see a nice hole. But we're going to go to a quick break on that note as we get set up for our next match. Stick around and we'll have more Splatoon action for you.
Excellent. See you soon. And welcome back. We are hopping straight into the action for round 2 of our LAN here. We have Blob Tub Time Machine and Brinecop. Blob Tub Time Machine in green and Brinecop in pink there.
Yep. So we are in round 2 here. So we are starting out tower control at Mahi Mahi Resort. So water hazards galore here.
Water hazards and one of the smaller maps in this game. Not gonna see a ton of long range play here. And that is, again, we have a couple substitutions for either side here, but Brinecop is in pink. Sean, not normally on Brinecop, but certainly subbing in for them today.
No.
Oh, Sean is on Brinecop. I am blind.
Yeah.
I am totally blind.
Yeah, so that is fine. We have Katie or our cat there, and who else do we have? Control, Dog, and Shadow.
Yeah. And,
So.
ooh, a very quick game for Brinecop there.
Wow. We just got warmed up for commentary, and that was already over.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's how it goes sometimes, especially with a mode like tower control, because I think tower control is just one of those I mean, maybe not quite to the extent that Rainmaker can be over in a matter of seconds, but tower control, especially on a map like Mahi Mahi, can be over very quickly, and that is something we just saw.
Yeah, even with the checkpoints in both modes now, you can still see very, very quick pushes. It's not like Splat Zones where you are guaranteed waiting for timers to tick down. You can't, like, if you are able to oppress the team enough to keep them like boxed in, you can just completely dominate a match pretty quickly that way. Clam, I mean, you can kind of bum rush that one, but it's still a slower thing, so you have to wait for enough clams to score enough
Spawn,
points.
and then you have to go get them, and yeah, it's, but yeah. Blob Tub definitely got pushed on their back feet there. And I'm not sure what their answer to Brinecop is going to be. We're going to be going to a Museum de Alfonsino here. With its sort of two-tiered structure, there's definitely a lot of space for long range to get set up. They are going for Rainmaker, which means there are going to be a couple little ramps on either side for both teams to push up. But again, long range is going to be more of a presence here. And Blob Tub Time Machine.
They don't have a lot of range. Sid is probably going to be their most comfortable in that position with the Explosher or Ballpoint. I expect to see Ballpoint in something like this.
For sure.
Explosher, I mean, it could work here as well, but I just feel like Ballpoint is going to be a little bit more effective because that has the ability to slay a little bit faster. I view the Explosher personally as a bit more of like a disruptor.
Yeah, for sure. It's definitely not an aggressive weapon that you're going to get a ton of picks with, but it's just a very solid backline presence that's going to rain a little bit of AoE down on them, going to hold that backline, give your team jumps, which is almost just as important as getting those backline picks, right?
Yep. Well, that's the point of an anchor in a team, right? If you have a backline, they're typically going to play the role of anchor, making sure that the team just always has a place to jump to and make sure that they have a dedicated, like, this is where our boundary is kind of thing.
For sure. Looks like we're hopping in right now. We have Blob Tub in orange and Brinecop in blue.
Oh, we do see the Explosher. Okay, I was wrong on that front. We'll see how that plays out, because, again, I don't use the weapon very often, but if it is something they are more comfortable with than the ballpoint, then that could work out to maybe something that they wanted a certain special or a sub with that I'm not fully aware of. Wow.
Almost. Almost. Those are the kinds of plays I appreciate the most in a Rainmaker match is sometimes you grab the Rainmaker, you just see that opening, and you're like, all right, I'm just going to commit 100% to this. A lot of the times it does not work, but when it does...
It feels so good when it does.
It feels so good, dude.
Yeah.
But giving Brinecop a pretty decent lead at off the top there. Or sorry, not Brinecop.
Yeah, that's a Blob Tub.
That's a Blob Tub lead, my bad. And now just a lot of back and forth. Brinecop has picked up, and they are looking to score.
Oh,
they get the lead.
Oh, okay.
And I'm not sure. Was that that was Sean picking off?
Katie coming in there with a Kraken Royale, pushing up as soon as they got that checkpoint done.
And again, Blob Tub.
Wow.
That is not a position that they are going to be very happy with.
So like you're in danger.
They really need this pop right here, and they need to reset that bad boy.
Yeah, get it out of here. Jump off that edge.
Yeah. What are you doing?
No, reset.
Oof.
There's just a lot of pressure. I noticed that Brinecop was not letting up their pressure here, and we're seeing just an absolute bloodbath. Both teams with 2 or 3 down.
It's rough all around here. Trading with Control Alt Dog there. Blob Tub does get the pick and gets knocked down. They are down to 1 player.
Katie needs to play very safe here. They are the anchor of their team, and being able to stay as a jumping point, but instead choosing for the aggro route.
Just very aggressive. Like I would have been like, all right, this push is over. We should pull back a little bit. But they're like, nah, we can keep this going.
Okay, Rainmaker has been reset.
They have reset. They're gonna pull the action back to mid, but Brinecop has taken it down to 6 points. That is gonna be extremely difficult for Blob Tub to come back from, as they essentially more or less need to dunk in order to take this match back.
Yeah, very impressive play, using that splash a little bit too late.
Yeah, but does get the pick.
Yep.
But again, I think we're just going to see the exact same thing we saw a minute ago with just... with the
this
white.
Could be it. This
and
could
I think
be
that might it. Yeah, there it is.
Oh, man.
Brinecop just... Whew. That aggression. The aggression, keeping it in their court. Not giving them the opportunity, like even to reset it, let alone to take the match back.
It was an absolute bloodbath in that corner, just constant. Both teams just coming in there, like fists swinging.
For sure.
Dang, that was crazy.
Absolutely, yeah. That's again, it's one of those situations that is like, there's just so much pressure put on you that like you can't even think of like, all right, how do we break this? Like, how do we get out of this situation? Because you're just sitting there fighting for your life.
Yeah, when it comes down to just like them in your base that close, like I don't have a good way to keep calm. Like we need to act now, because otherwise they're gonna get a pick. And when the right choice to coordinate. And,
like at the very least, just like fight for that little bit of breathing room.
Yeah.
To maybe find some way to bring it back, but Brinecop was just not giving them
not
a
even
single second of breathing room there, and. Yeah, just got them pushed on their back feet, and they just had to keep pushing to knock them over.
Yeah, Blob Tub did do a great job of like trying to get that initial push. That could have helped them a bit to get that first checkpoint down, but I think more or less they need to find a way past aggressive comps like this, because we got a few teams that favor just hyper aggressive comps. Now that I think about it, like there's a few teams we've spectated already now that don't have dedicated backline players. So that's kind of the meta of this season. Is like, how do you destabilize an all aggro comp? And
yeah, that's something each team is going to need to find an answer for.
Yeah.
But definitely an interest, because as when you're a local community like this, like obviously the game itself has an overall meta, but sometimes your smaller communities can come up with their own metas too.
Yeah.
And right now we are seeing the aggression meta.
Yeah. Yeah. So we are going to Clam Blitz for our game 3 for Inkblot Art Academy. Okay, a paintbrush coming out.
Blob Tub in orange and Brinecop in purple.
Okay, so we do have a bit. We have a Splatling on the side of Brinecop there. So
both teams looking to again, they need to not only get the clams, they need to put themselves in a position where they can comfortably push forward and score them. So I think we're going to see a lot of back and forth in mid until one team is ready to make a push. Sid the Kid and Katie having a little bit of back and forth, but
oh, that was dicey. I thought for sure Sid was going to get.
Say that's a jump out right there. That's not a position you want to be in. And Brinecop looking to make an opening there. They have a clam ready, but I don't think they have the kicks to comfortably push yet. Shadow is pushing.
They are pushing up though, and we are seeing one get taken out with a wipeout.
And yep, that is going to be Brinecop putting quite a few points on the board there. They got a delayed wipe on Blob Tub Time Machine there.
Shadow opting to keep destabilizing the team by using their special, and Inkjet trying to get some picks, but not able
still
to getting
some clams into the net.
Control All Dog with a ton of clams. You're trying to keep the basket open.
And goes down to Music Glory's paintbrush there. Sean still scoring from behind that wall, and gets 2 picks and is gonna put some more points on the board. Why not?
Wow, that basket has not closed yet because they're able to consistently trickle feed them in.
It is. I think that might be. Oh, maybe not. They're keeping it open just a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Control Out Dog goes down. Shadow giving the team jumps in mid, but I think that's the end of that push. But 80 points off of a single push.
We were just talking about how hard it is to like knock out first thing in Clam Blitz, and this was pretty darn close to that.
And yeah, it's Blob Tub has a lot of ground to make up, and specifically on a map like Inkblot, like because the spawn is so close to the net, is even if you get a wipe, you have to keep that pressure up because they're going to just keep trickling in, right?
Yep, absolutely. It's a hard thing to do. Control a Dog just. You know, keeping control of this area and being a bit of a menace. Beacons too. Okay, I think.
Yeah, with some aggressive beacons, and they'll get the scores when they can get them, like right here. But they really can just play the rest of this match completely defensively and still win. But
I think
Brinecop 3 down right now. Sean looking to get a couple more on the board. Tomek knocks him down. Control Out Dog looking, but gets into a scuffle with Sid the Kid. Again, Brinecop has pretty commanding control in mid right now.
Yeah,
so
a lot of purple down there.
That is another hurdle that Blob Tub is going to have to overcome. Little under 2 minutes left on the board though, so plenty of time to make that comeback. But again, if Brinecop is just the wipe, I think this might be it.
They just need one more clam for their. There it is.
This is it.
Whew.
GG's.
Wow. Just constant killing power and just constant pressure at the basket there was pretty intense. Like, just I wasn't able to see follow exactly what they were doing, but it looked like they just constantly had people with clams just trickle feeding in and using that delay, timer delay, to their advantage, just keeping the ball in their court literally. So
yeah, and that is going to be a 3-0 set for Brinecop. So. And just looking back, they won their first set 2-1, so they're in a really comfortable place here for this LAN specifically. They still have 3 more rounds to go, so we'll see how their competition stacks up for the next 3 rounds. But until then, stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Get through. Hello. Banana brother.
Oh, banana brother. It's banana spelled correctly though. That's all that matters to me.
Yeah.
At least I'm not Yiga Bro again. That was a bit of a weird name. I saw that one.
Hi, welcome back. We have our usual food segment
Yes,
here with
a bit earlier this time, but that's okay.
Yeah. Why don't you walk us through what you brought today? You always
Okay.
bring like a whole smorgasbord.
So I usually do snacks based on the current Splatfest, but Nintendo, being lazy, have failed to produce a Splatfest for us currently. And so I had to put matters in my own hands. I've been thinking for the past weeks, like thinking of how to do this. I was gonna do like the rock, paper, scissors Splatfest, 'cause that was the first one. And I was like, okay, rock, I can do that. I can get those like chocolates that look like rocks.
Yep.
For paper, I was gonna get those like wide fruit roll-ups that look like sheets of paper. And I'm like, awesome, 2 of 3 down, should be a breeze. Scissors. What are you gonna? What food items are scissors related? Name.
Things that immediately look like scissors, I don't really have an answer for, because I don't think candy companies are like, hey, children, eat sharp objects.
Yeah. Cowards.
But I did give you an idea for a hidden
Yes.
sharp weapon.
Yeah, Captain Crud. I wish I had brought this to the attention of the TO team, because that would have been an immediate answer. I would have been like, oh,
Yeah.
that works for me.
That'll
But-
cut you up real good.
Yeah. But instead, I decided to do a greatest hits from the previous LANs, and I picked items from the teams that I picked personally. So we're going to go in order, in chronological order of when the Splatfests came out. So the first one that I brought food, the first line that I brought food to was the spicy versus sweet versus sour Splatfest. And I was on Team Spicy. So I have some flaming hot Cheetos for us to enjoy right now.
Yay!
So after you.
Okay, thank you. These are, I mean, they're spicy, but okay. Well, Yoko's saying put them on my nose.
I don't recommend that.
No,
They're meant for eating, not sniffing.
I'm not gonna. Specifically the spicy stuff in my sinus, like that's gonna be a bad time. But
Yeah.
I don't find these that hot.
Not anymore, no.
Did they nerf them?
I think we're just desensitized. Because now I can like drink Tabasco sauce and like feel nothing.
I can see
These
that.
used to be like I need to drink like gallons of water afterwards, but now it's just like I can just eat these all day.
The Flamin' Hot Cheetos fandom is still going strong. Like I don't know if you've been to a Spencer's Gift recently.
I have never been to a Spencer's Gift in my entire life.
Okay. Well, they are a store that sells all assortments of themed knickknacks.
Like Hot
And-
Topic.
Yeah. Like
think.
they are kind of like the Canadian knockoff of Hot Topic, I would say.
Okay, they're a knockoff. You wouldn't say Hot Topic is a knockoff of them. You say it's the other way around.
Even then, Spencer's Gift does go more for the knick-knacks.
Okay, yeah,
They
Hot
have a
Topic
very
is, like,
small
clothes.
clothing section and like band T-shirts. Like that's their
Okay.
niche. Spencer's Gift is similar. They have clothing sections with like themed things for like I saw like lots of like Jack Skellington stuff there. I've seen like anime stuff there as well. Then they have a whole wall of like socks. Then you get to the back, they have a special section there for like more adult stuff too. I think
Okay.
that's what distinguishes them a bit more.
Okay, like larger clothes.
Yes, exactly what I meant. Larger clothes to fit
For
adults.
larger adults, yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing else.
Nothing else at all. Yep.
Yeah. So Flaming Hot Cheetos, you brought the Spencer's Gift for Flaming Hot Cheetos.
They have a wide arrangement of merchandise for Flamin' Hot Cheetos. They have like throw
interesting.
blankets. They have mugs. They have plushies of the bag of Flamin' Hot Cheetos.
I do like that. I do love plushies of corporate items.
So, unfortunately, that's what comes to my mind when I think of the Flamin' Hot Cheetos. It's just like
Okay.
all that stuff there. Like you could deck an entire, like lots of gamers like RGB. You could have a full, Flamin' Hot Cheetos setup. But looks like we're starting our match now.
We still have 5 more items to go, so stay tuned for that.
Yes. That being said, who are we up against here?
That is an excellent
So
question.
we have Timothy, which I believe is Groundcod Day. Yep. And they are versus Deja,
which is in my
Fugu,
hand right here.
there. So perfect.
Okay. So we are on the best map for tower control.
Mahi, you're a fan of it?
I do like Mahi Mahi from Splatoon 1. They did make it not as good for Splatoon 2, but I do love it on tower control.
Ooh. This is like the water hazards are
Yeah.
insane here. It's
I do love it because it's like a parkour match. And as parkour is in right now due to Parkour Civilization. So I am glad that we get to show off Parkour Civilization in our own way right now.
yeah. Oh, nice pick there, Ivo. Jeez,
double.
2 of them. With the vacuum on ready, that's a wipeout for Deja Fugu. So they're gonna hop on tower here and get as many points through this checkpoint as possible.
Water level is dropping. Parkour is now not available anymore. Sorry,
yeah, parkour mode has been disabled. We have more solid ground to go on to. This dynamically shifting terrain is pretty interesting to watch, though. Like, it does keep the match interesting throughout. Cause the first bit with water is pretty rough.
As a water fan myself, I do enjoy the first stage of the map a bit more.
Jeez, those ink strikes just being pummeled onto that tower. Controller dog trying to stay on tower and get past that checkpoint, but not able to get enough points to get past that checkpoint there.
Tower is heading back to mid now.
That means that was a great push, though we do need Groundcod Day, I do believe, is going to make a pretty big aggressive push at this point to try and make up for that, because they have to.
That was an excellent jump to get out of there. Did you see the splat bomb that was about to get them?
Yeah, that was nick of time for sure. So we see the bomb here putting a big bubbler up on the tower to protect their push here.
I do love the bubble strategy.
Yeah, maybe, I don't know if, what the situation was leading up to that, but that might have been a little bit early, because now they have a wipeout, and that big bubbler could have been used to keep them on tower with jump points, but not gonna happen.
I mean, 64 points on the board, that's almost halfway. It's not a bad push.
Yeah, it's a very good push, but when you're up against 16, you're just about halfway through. It's a little nerve-wracking, but they still have plenty of time to make it happen for sure.
Green is back on tower.
Yeah. Oh, Ivo dancing around here, not able to get away from Samurai, who's just concerned with just gutting Ivo down, which is great for destabilizing the backline on that side.
Got some nice green soda coming out on tower.
Ooh. Double special coming out there to try and get this tower taken through the checkpoint, but not quite able to push through quite yet. We're going to see some quick respawns from those who partook in the beverages. Timothy, got quite a few picks to try and keep things in their area, but not able to get past that checkpoint again. So right now we're at 2 minutes left, and there is a still commanding lead for Deja Fugu there.
At 55 points now for Groundcod Day, so they are making steady progress.
Yep. I think what they're probably going to expect them to do is like coordinate with maybe 3 specials to get past this first checkpoint, because I think that's going to be the extra push that they need. But
Ivo does go down with, so the vacuum cleaner is now out of commission for a while.
Yep. And Okubot here is just trying to get this last person in the base there. Nice.
I think that will get them.
Ooh.
Okay, but they're almost there actually.
Wow, yeah.
18 is, and there they go.
There's
they got
lead.
the lead.
There's lead. Down to 10. Are we going to see a knockout? It's down to 1 point here.
Oh, there we go.
Wow.
Insane comeback. That was quite impressive. They kind of just snuck up on even on us there. We were just like, oh, wait a minute, they almost won, and then they did.
Yeah. So once they got momentum, once they got set up in that area, they were just able to, keep going. And I feel like that last half, like those last 50 points, are like a very short physical distance. So that went by extremely fast.
Yeah, it's a lot of zigzagging stuff happening there.
So,
okay.
Cool.
Next, going down memory lane. So I actually didn't bring food items for this Splatfest because it was during our off season.
Right.
So it was during the Valentine's Day Splatfest of dark chocolate versus milk chocolate versus white chocolate.
Right.
And I was on team white chocolate. And I was not expecting to win because everyone clowns on white chocolate.
Because it's not chocolate.
But it is. It's great. And now, according to Splatfest rule, it's the best.
You have your validation.
Yeah, except that means that spicy isn't the best from Splatfest rule. But you take your victories when you get them. So
and you gloat about them.
Yeah. So for Team White Chocolate, I have picked some white chocolate dipped Oreos.
I've never had these before.
These are so good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It is a lot of
just pure sugar, just a pure brick of sugar this is. I should have bought water.
That's a you problem. My favorite part about this is the actual chocolate on the inside.
How dare you?
No, real talk, that is a nice treat. Like, I was expecting, because just because of the form factor, they look like the Girl Guide's dipped cookies. Similar, but actually, I enjoyed that.
They're not mint flavored though.
No, they're not.
That is, I think we have time for our next one. So our next Splatfest item is from the ice cream Splatfest of vanilla versus strawberry versus mint chocolate chip.
Yep.
Now this was honestly one of the hardest Splatfests for me to choose.
Yeah.
Because as growing up, I was the strawberry milk kid. There's always like, oh, everyone loves chocolate milk. I was the one who liked strawberry milk the best.
What? I don't know what archetype the strawberry milk kid fills. Like, what are the tropes
Imagine
associated
me.
with them?
It's just me.
Okay, so strawberry milk kids canonically will put weird stuff in bathtubs, and
I mean, I don't want to speak for everyone,
yeah. Okay, well,
but I ended up
Go on.
choosing
Yeah.
mint chocolate chip because
Okay.
when it comes to ice cream, I would rather have mint chocolate chip ice cream compared to strawberry ice cream. So I brought some mint chocolate flavored M&Ms.
I'm in agreement
from
here.
Christmas.
Mint chocolate to me is people goon on it a lot, but I
That's
enjoy
not
it
the
quite
right
a bit.
adjective or verb.
Well, you don't know everyone. Oh gosh, we see 2 Splatanas on. That's a very Groundcod day. What is this? Groundcod day. What is this comp?
It's a great. I approve. I do love the Splatana.
Yeah, 2 Splatanas, an ink brush, and an end zap. Like this is
Just all aggression all the time.
clam blitz. Yes, this is just slay. Never stop slaying.
Never can't stop, won't stop, non-stop running for your life.
Just
from the
like
other team.
Santa Claus, never stop slaying.
That's a good one. I like that.
Hey, we're getting into the season. I'm trying to be
That is
festive
true.
here.
Well, you are having some Christmas M&Ms right now.
I didn't actually put them on my mouth.
Yeah, we
So I was
gotta
trying
eat
to do
them.
the speaky speak, but
Well, we can speak with our mouth full. Our mom isn't here.
they're actually really good.
They are.
Mint chocolate M&Ms. Wow.
Yeah, insanely good.
Okay, that's enjoyable.
Well, I got a whole bag of them, so have as many as you want.
I have some friends that vehemently hate mint chocolate, but I think it's really
How we
good.
get new friends.
You know what? Might be onto something here. But let's see. We're a minute in, and we have no clam baskets opened up.
Very
but we have
appreciating
seen
the other teams giving us time to comment about mint chocolate chips and such.
it's important stuff.
There are a lot of super clams out on the board
Yeah.
right now, though.
Oh my gosh.
The other setup just had some insane stuff.
I'm willing to bet that was an overtime play. We'll see that on the VODs uploaded to the YouTube channel.
Yes, they will be up.
Ooh, they got it. Finally, have a basket open from Groundcod Day.
They do have another super clam, and there's 3 down. There's the 60 points.
There's your 60 points, and Timothy is up here with this brush, just slaying.
Oh, there's another one. Where'd they even get that from?
Well, they had a lot of clams going up here, and they definitely dumped them all into that basket at the same time. So right now, it's going to be up to Timothy to just try and keep this basket open as
Down
possible.
22 points.
This is so.
This might be a curb stomping situation happening.
Well, the basket's closing
Oh,
here,
there
so
we
there's
go.
going to be a
Okay.
penalty added.
Okay, no, the curb has been avoided
Yeah, no.
for Groundcod Day.
Yeah,
or for Deja Fugu.
Yeah, Deja Fugu still has a chance to get here, and right now they have a very slight clam advantage, but
No super clams up right now.
no.
They did get the bomb with that tri-strike.
This is, man, I talk about this in a lot of matches. When you can overpower the team with all of one thing, like in this case, it's just short-range slaying weapons, it becomes very difficult for a balanced team to combat this.
Yes, especially because even if Deja Fugu has the turf advantage, like Groundcod Day, they could just like keep moving through enemy ink, no problem.
Yep.
Especially with that brush.
Yeah, the brush and like those are all weapons that like paint a very clear path forward. But we do see Deja Fugu here putting up a good fight. Make sure they aren't able to get in to get more points quite yet. But with more of the clams on their side as well. But we don't quite see power clam yet. Probably intentional. Though they do have the pity clam to Arcanauth here waiting for the chance to strike
Trying to
before
get
hopping
that
out.
shark. Not a bad spot too, Shark, around the soda cans.
Yeah, because you're watching for the teammates that are doing that. Great communication on their side. Arcanauth backing up to allow for a safe jump. And then, yeah, just getting
the
some
double.
picks here. So this is going to be a great play on their part. Hopefully they can capitalize on this, move up a little bit, and get some clams in that basket. Okubot here pushing up, getting a few clams. We just need to see them push up a little bit further to get this basket open. But right now the entire other team is up again. Ooh, Okubot in bad place here. Might not be survived yet and doesn't quite get it. Now we have an ink jet up top. Oh, getting picked out.
More drinks will be coming out shortly for Team Orange.
Yeah, Groundcod Day is doing thing.
Arc, if
Arcanauth,
they
are you going to
had-
be a jump? Oh, the other clam, the pity clam broke. So Arc is right now just trying to stay here waiting for a jump, probably do a sneaky play, but they need a team with clams. Hopefully 3 clams incoming here. 2, 3. Come on,
Where's the last one?
Where's the last one?
Where'd it go?
Oh, God,
Where'd they go?
Oh, there's been a miscalculation. Oh, that's so... Okay, now the entire team is there. And
Now, there we go. There's the 8.
There's the clam. So everyone jumped in. That's great team play on their part, and they have stopped the other team from opening up the basket. The power clam was around for the other team. Now they need to get a few more clams in there.
Yeah, they need a lot more clams. They have no clams on their board and 25% left on the counter there.
Yeah, so we are
Control dog didn't just try to rush in and get a few more seconds on the timer.
It's rough when you're the last one up, because I normally you'd want to stay down, but oh, this is rough. Basically, control dog versus the entire team, which is a rough place to be in.
Okay, they will get overtime because Ivo does have...
Oh!
I spoke a bit too soon. They will do have overtime, though. The super clam is there.
It's going to be there. Groundcod
there's the
days,
wipeout.
yep. Oh, is that squid
I
bagging?
think that was, yep.
We got it. You know, we are coming up to the Christmas time and whatnot, and I keep joking about this, but I've yet to actually execute on it. But having a squid bag jar, kind of like a swear jar, and anytime you're caught squid bagging, you got to put like a $1 in there.
I think it should be anytime you're not caught squid bagging, put $1 in.
No, you've been talking to Joel.
I haven't actually. All my terrible ideas are 100% original.
Oh my God!
Do not give credit to my terrible ideas to anyone else.
Okay. Okay. So, continuing the food tour.
Yeah. So, one of the more interesting Splatfest was the "What would you do in an apocalypse?" So this is actually one of my favorite ones that I brought prizes in, because there were clear winners and losers for the food quality on depending on what team you picked. So it was, if the apocalypse was happening, would you do nothing, do your bucket list, or try to save the world?
Yeah.
Now, if you picked team do nothing, you got the most do nothing food there is, plain rice cakes.
Oh, yeah, that's what that was.
Yeah. And
It's the eating celery of snack foods.
Exactly. I would honestly rather eat celery than plain rice cakes. That's not true. I'd rather combine them both together.
That's a very bland, sad.
Celery is good, though.
It's your crunch stat is huge.
Yeah. Maybe that's what you want out of life. Just crunch. Pure crunch. And then if you picked team bucket list, you got a nice sampling of Picari Sweat, a beverage that was on my bucket list. But if you picked team save the world, you got some thematically appropriate lifesavers.
Yeah.
And I picked the gummy ones because those were immensely popular.
I love the gummy ones. I remember when like lifesavers were purely just hard ones. Okay, I got a defective one here. I'll bring it to the camera here.
Actually, all these are defective.
What?
Well, there's this green one that's good. You can pick that one.
I want this one because there's an offset here. See, normally the hole would be filled out, but the hole is just shifted. So I think their hole punch may have been their gummy hole punch may have been out of whack.
That's quite the job. You have just one of those like office hole punchers, and you hole punch each one of them individually.
Yeah, I mean, RSI would be very hard to keep track of in a factory like that, but I like the gummy lifesavers. Like, they still have that kind of... There's a specific flavor and aroma that lifesavers emit when they're put in your mouth, and these gummies capture that perfectly still. So I don't know...
Gummy candy.
Yeah, me too. I
was considering bringing in the world's spiciest gummy bear for Team Spicy, but I'm like, you know what? It's $20. You only get one, and I don't want to send someone to the hospital today.
Those ones, I don't know if it's the Carolina Reaper one or if it was a different kind, but I've tried that before. Since gummy bears are kind of oily, you have to be very careful handling them. Especially in a place like this where people are going to be touching all of our equipment, and worst thing you can do is like grab that and like wipe sweat off your brow,
put it in your eyes.
Yeah,
Bill's character.
So,
don't do that. That's a disclaimer. I've done something similar to that before. It sucks. Not on purpose.
Yeah. Oh, it's always like after cutting peppers or something like that, you just get something in your eye.
Gotta love that habanero juice right in the old eyeball right there. That was a good day. Built a lot of character that day.
Character being tears shed.
Yeah. Okay, so I think we have time for one more food item. So this is item number 5. That's not enough time at all, but I'm going to waste these 50 seconds thinking if we have enough time.
You should have been decisive,
I
but
should
it's
have
okay.
been decisive.
We'll go over it next round
Yeah.
because we'll go after this match is done.
Well, I'll give you a sneak peek. So it's the Summerfest.
Yeah.
It was the what would you rather rent for a day? It was the Palace theme park or the beach. And I was on team theme park. So we'll get back to that after this match is over.
Yep. Okay. So we see Tenderbrella come out. So I'm sorry, I got players mixed up here. I thought, who's playing Tenderbrella?
Yeah, I was like, Kaz is not playing right now.
Yeah. Resident Tenderbrella player Kaz.
It's Akubot.
Oh, come on. Okay.
You know what? Doing the intimidation factor, they did jump out. They're like, oh no, that's Kaz.
Yeah. And Joel and I were talking about like your local meta. And in this case here, like, yeah, you have one player who likes playing Tenderbrella. You see that kind of stuff. You're like, uh-oh, I'm in trouble.
Yeah.
You can capitalize on that a little bit. But right now, we're on tower control on Our Academy, by the way.
I do like this map quite a bit.
I'm glad it made its way over here from Splat 2, honestly.
This was the first map I ever played from Splat 2, actually, during the Cake versus Ice Cream Splatfest.
Oh, wow,
Fire.
very early on. Oh, I'm surprised you remember that.
I remember exactly where I was, what time of day it was. I was at my uncle's house. I was supposed to be socializing, but it's like Splatoon Splatfest is on right now.
It's
I'm gonna connect to their
yeah.
Wi-Fi. I went down to their basement, I found their router, and I stole the Wi-Fi password off of it because they wouldn't give it to me. So, still got those splats in.
Good. That's how you spend family gatherings.
Yeah.
So right now it looks like we have Groundcod Day pushed up to 69 points, and then
Very nice. And 96, the reverse of that
yeah,
as well.
exactly. That they're mirrored perfectly on the screen right now. So that's awesome to see. Not seeing a huge lead though. This is very much anyone's game at the moment, though. With that point sensor coming out, I'm curious to see if we're going to see some specials targeting them, but I guess not.
Yeah, I was a bit shocked they used their tri-strike so quickly. I mean, they did take the tower with it, but none of the players were in the range of it.
Deja Fugu is now 2 down with a 3rd shortly after, so
They might be able to get to that checkpoint. Yes, they do get to the checkpoint.
the Wavebreaker just going over there and being a bit of a menace, and we see that Zipcaster coming in and causing a bit of havoc, but not able to stop the push here.
No. Is that an ink back I see?
I think we did see one. Timothy getting a nice pick with that reflux. Ooh.
Two down from Deja Fugu right now.
So we now see Deja Fugu here with 56 points on the board and a pretty good push, but I think that is probably, it's not quite done yet, but with the
Only a
lot of
7-point
momentum.
lead, still anyone's game.
Yeah, with plenty of time left.
Yeah, only half the match is done.
So look at you doing quick mental math.
Yeah, that's the only thing I'm good at. If you want to know how many seconds in an hour, I got you.
Yeah, how many Tukunas are in a second?
One.
It's okay. So that hammer was able to take that people on tower out, and jeez.
2 minutes left. 113 seconds left.
Yeah, so we do see Groundcod Day on tower right now, and they are pushing up. They broke their nice score, but they are hopefully going to grab.
And
there's
the lead.
So they're probably going to get past the checkpoint because they just got a few picks here with, and even though everyone's going to be very close by spawn here, it's going to be very tough for them to push up because Bomb is up in a nice, safe perch.
Yeah.
And Arcanauth was getting targeted there, waiting for the perfect opportunity.
Lost the tower. Bubble going out. Not going on tower. Interesting strategy.
I think it was just a place, because it's a beacon as well, that big ball boy. So I think they're just trying to give their teammates a place to jump to, and there's Timothy coming in using that. But
they are at checkpoint 3.
this is a
The Bomb is the only one left up though, and he is just inking turf going back to their spawn.
Yep, going the long way, which is fine. So they got a nice, good push there. Right now, Deja Fugu needs to find a way past this in order to get lead back. They basically need to push it all the way past that last checkpoint and through it.
37-point lead right now on Groundcod Day, if my math is correct.
I'm gonna trust you on that because I don't have the mental capacity to go through that
37
right
or 27?
But right now, we have 2 down Deja Fugu with only 34 seconds left. They need to coordinate with their specials and stay alive for this last little bit in order for the...
Oh, that was an excellent...
Nice.
I would have clipped that if I was playing.
Okay, so Deja Fugu having a hard time staying alive. They need specials to make this push to get this last little bit. And right now, Zamora with the Zipcaster is coming in to disrupt their ability to do a lot at all.
10 seconds left. I don't know what they're... 2 down on each side.
Okabun in very much danger there with 2 bombs on either side, not able to get
Purple
out.
will be pushing it into overtime. So Deja Fugu could get this. Aqua is going to probably jump right onto the tower there. 1 left.
Yeah, I was
There
going to
it
say 2v1 on tower with Control a Dog there, just trying to hold up, and that's not going to go too well. But
So,
here GG's coming from the teams over
yes,
there.
very good games.
Yep. Well,
Okay, so Team Theme Park. The food items I brought for Team Palace was Edinburgh Castle Rock Candy, which you enjoyed greatly.
It was
'cause
very
you were,
good.
I think you were on Team Palace, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I was on Team Theme Park because it is objectively the correct choice. Okay, I won't get into it, but I was going to
Yeah.
write a whole thesis essay on it. But then, like Tomek was talking about doing a thesis on Team Past, Present, Future, and then I had heat stroke for the entire month of August, so I just kind of ran out of time.
Yeah. Should have chosen to have heat stroke.
Yeah, I know, it was just a skill issue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
And
Theme
then
Park.
for Team Theme Park, we have some Theme Park popcorn. So we have Chicago mixed popcorn, which is a mix of cheddar cheese popcorn and caramel corn. And that's like a fun, quirky thing you would see at like a discount theme park that is trying desperately to not go under.
It's because the profit margin on any sort of popcorn is like
Insane.
crazy.
Yeah, it's just corn. Corn is so cheap. Get a piece. Yeah, I got one of each.
not
kind.
not just one piece. You got to do.
Yeah, one of each. Corn, cheddar, and caramel.
It's a sweet savory balance. That's very nice. Let's take a quick pause here because our other tournament organizer had to step out, so we got to get these teams organized, let them know who's who. So we'll finish this
Okay.
off next time.
We only
We're
got
gonna
one
take a
left.
quick break. I know you do, but we got to keep
Okay.
things rolling here. So
Okay.
we'll take a quick break and we'll see you in a bit.
Okay. Hello, we are back. I think
I'm so sorry. I was hoping.
Andrew was not prepared.
I was not prepared. I burped.
He was like eating flaming hot Cheetos, just shoveling them in his face like
No.
5 seconds ago. Disregard the fact that you're able to see the stream from 5 seconds ago and verify that I'm lying very easily.
There's no evidence to in this exact moment. So
No, yeah, if you're watching this on YouTube, you will not know what happened.
no,
That's
absolutely
okay.
not. So
All right, last. This is the first match.
first
It's
match.
the last match ever that's ever gonna happen ever. In
No, it's not. So we have is Fintersteller versus Groundcod Day. So we have Groundcod Day in orange and Fintersteller here in blue. At this map, which is Undertow Spillway. That's what it
Yes.
is.
We are in Rainmaker. I
Yes.
think, yeah, we're in Rainmaker.
Yeah, we are. Sorry, I was pausing because I was trying to inhale a burp that was hopefully not as audible on stream.
Okay, they're gonna get. Oh, they didn't get to the checkpoint.
No, not quite there. They are very much trying their hardest to be here, but Illidan's here is just standing back, acting as a
Double jump point there.
double jump point and protecting
Guarding it
them.
from
Very
Aqua.
well done. Very well done.
A lot more happening in this match, so we can't afford to talk about our day last Saturday.
Yeah. Timothy getting a nice pick here and with the Rainmaker reset here. So we are still getting my bearings here. I don't normally see people playing in that area of the map very often, so I was kind of lost at where we were.
Rainmaker, you see a lot of that because getting the other checkpoint is just so difficult with it being so close to the other team's spawn point.
Yeah. Oh, nice swing from that roller there.
From the decavitator, it looks like.
Oh, decavitate? Okay, it's roller sized. Claim here with a crab here, trying to get a pick here, but not. Oh, he got Aqua. So,
All right,
well
Rain's
worth.
coming down.
It is a bloodbath right now. Rainmaker's still sitting pretty in the middle there. Just both teams just trying to find an opening for them to make their final push, but there's been enough of a back and forth that until this very second, have not seen an opportunity to do so. So Timothy's in this corner here trying to get some picks. Takes out Artemis with the decavitator.
Only a 2-point lead for Fintersteller right now.
Zamorai's got a little low on ink, which is making me a bit nervous, but he
escape?
knows what he's doing. Yeah,
Well, they're just gonna do my strategy of just run in and get as many points as you can before you go down.
Yep, there's that hero play coming into action. Able to get a little more points there. 47 points, which is not nothing. Still plenty of time left in the match, though, for both teams to get more points. So
we're almost halfway through.
Claim getting just 2v1s in that crab, which is a very rough spot to be in, and not able to survive.
Are they still holding on to the Rainmaker, though?
Yeah, they have the Rainmaker. They're throwing volleys down. Ooh, Beacon, that's kind of nice for that brush. Typically getting 2 splats in that chaos, taking out the Rainmaker, and now it's up to Artemis and I believe Illidan's to keep this going.
There they go. They're lost the Rainmaker with that 37 points now.
37 points is a great lead. Fintersteller is doing pretty good on that.
37 is the atomic number of rubidium, so that's a good strategy for them.
God damn it. I don't know how to
Oh, 3. That's a wipeout.
segue when you veer us into a periodic table of elements, which I haven't thought of for many years.
You should. It's a fun time. I'll bring you my cue
is.
cards.
I never know if you're being serious or not.
How dare you think I'm not being serious about my element cue cards? Okay, so another wipeout for Fintersteller. They're just going to go up that ramp and see if they can make it.
Yeah, I think they've got a clear path here. They've got plenty. Oh, not able to.
What's the atomic number for 4? That's the answer to.
Hydrogen, helium, something, then something. Wipeout down there.
Oh, that is the end of that push. Just get it out of there.
I could hear them like. There was a lot of excitement over on the comms there.
I think you're right. I think it is potassium.
Maybe. Who's the brother of Potassium Yoko?
Bananas.
Oh!
I don't know where that's where you're going.
Yeah, that is where he's going. Yeah.
Well,
they have potassium.
It only takes, I think it's 16,000 bananas to get a lethal dose of radiation poisoning.
That's it?
Yeah.
I could down that in an hour. Want to see me do it?
Yeah. I work at the sports candy store. I work there. I work at the sports candy store position at my grocery store. I can get you those bananas.
Sports candy?
Yeah, you gotta go to the Discord server and read the general chat from the past 2 days.
Okay.
To get the context there.
Okay.
We're doing cross-promotional advertising right now.
I see. If you want to hear more about our in-jokes, go to
www.albertasquid.com/discord to get a link that is dead and doesn't work. They have 1 point left.
They've got 1 point left. This match is almost over, but there's 10 seconds left.
Oh, hydrogen for sure.
Yeah, hydrogen, my boy.
I don't know, hydrogen.
It does a lot.
Oh, the match ended.
Match ended, yeah.
They won with their 1 point left on the board.
Well, congrats.
Congrats to them.
Yeah.
They get some free hydrogen.
It's just breathe it in. It's your prize. You'll get slightly more if you just take more
I think
breaths
breathing in hydrogen
faster.
is toxic.
Well, I mean, you're probably getting
helium.
some. Yeah. Breathing helium is
Breathing
fun.
helium all day. Don't do that, actually. It has negative long-term impacts on your health.
Really?
Yes. Not short-term, but long-term.
But the short term is very fun, though.
Yeah, it might be worth it. End of your life, you're 97 years old. Just switch out your oxygen tanks for helium tanks.
Just blowing that into your nose, that's
so
fun.
Anyways, of the magic of helium, we're going to segue into our last food segment of the day. And I've broken Andrew, it's great.
Yeah, it's fun.
We have from the Wizard versus Knight versus Ninja Splatfest. If you saw our previous VOD, you would see that I brought in cheese sticks for that one.
Yeah.
But I saw these were available at the grocery store that I work at. Last night, while I was in the sports candy section of my store, I was looking over at the front of the store. I'm like, they have the Christmas stuff out. So we have these delicious wafer sticks that look like magic wands. So if you want to grab your magic wand.
I love these. Are these Sticko?
I don't know.
Okay.
They came in a tube.
In your mouth and then battle them.
Can you play Battle of the Face, please?
The microphone might do the buzzy noise though.
Oh.
You just spat on my face. You're not very good at this. Your sword is losing length. I'm surprised you didn't recommend the Pocky challenge.
I think we all saw there was a clear winner of that match.
Me, yeah.
I ate the most during the match.
That was not the goal.
Well, I won on my own terms.
You can say that for anything.
And I will. Yeah. Those are good. I was going to try and I've got a little tray of snacks here. I have my other cookie here. I was going to try and use that straw to try and suck up the rest here, but I don't think it would have gone that well.
No, one, that's not a liquid, and two, the middle of the straw is filled with like chocolate.
It'll be easy though. I could do that.
Hot Cheetos.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yoko's talking about.
Oh, I was
grinding up hot Cheetos, putting it in a cup.
considering.
Snort them with the sticks in your nose.
Yeah, Yoko, you're really adamant on me snorting some form of flaming hot Cheeto today.
I was considering taking all of these items that we tried today and putting them in a blender, and then adding like some sort of like emulsifying agent to turn into a paste, and then bringing in bread from Team Bread, and then like using that as like a spread. But I ran out of time. The only problem with that, I ran out of time. Would have done it, but I ran out of time. Such is life.
Have they announced that they're doing no more Splatfest, or is
there is going to be a Frosty Fest?
Okay.
I think it'll be a repeated theme.
Okay.
But yeah, no original
okay.
fest. So until Splatoon 4 comes out, we won't be having this is like one of the last times I'm bringing in themed food. I'll still bring in food, but it won't be themed.
Okay.
How lame.
Well, once we do that last Frosty Fest, then that's the complete set. You can have your winning toast and your I'm willing to bet Shiver has most of those wins, if I'm not mistaken, right? Because
I'm not sure. I think so.
If we can get you to put that paste in the shape of Shiver's face
Well,
on toast.
what I was considering also doing is getting an item from every single Splatfest theme and then doing the blender idea again. But there were some themes that just I really struggled with coming up with ideas for, like the preferred greeting Splatfest, where handshake, fist bump, or hug. Yeah, it's a tricky one. Looks like our final match of the set is coming up, though, I think.
Yeah.
It's going to be
Second
Clamblitz,
match.
bit of insider information, because I can see far away there.
I'm young and I have good eyes. I can see Clamblitz from miles away.
Well, I mean, my glasses that I wear are fake, so... I have perfect vision. My doctor told me that when I was 5 years old.
Damn. Way to spark your ego from a young age.
I was drinking a Slurpee at the time when my doctor told me that, and I was like, awesome. But except what I had done, though, was oh, my Slurpee's running low. I know. I'll go to the water cooler at the doctor's office and fill up the liquid with water, and I watered it down because I didn't understand how chemistry concentrations work. And I was like, wow, this tastes really bad.
Similar note, we'll get to talk about Splatoon in a little bit here, but talking about dilutions and whatnot, I remember the first time, I loved watching the coffee maker go in my parents' house when I was growing up. And I'm getting older. I want to make coffee for you. Show me how to do it. And then okay, well we'll be home from work at this point, so just measure this stuff out, put this much coffee grounds in there, and then put this much water in, and then hit the button. I'm like, cool. So I did that, and then the coffee finished brewing. I'm like, I want to watch it percolate more, so I just added more water and added more water. It's going sound, which I love.
Well, you can get that if you watch the pumpkin spice video that I uploaded to YouTube. Bit of insider information about that. The card will appear right now. Bit of insider information about the coffee video that I made, pumpkin spice. That was on the card there. That coffee that you see percolating in the video. Those are the second time those beans are being used.
Really?
Yeah, because I was I waste fresh coffee, so I just my family had made a brew of coffee before, and then they're like, what if I just ran it again? So history repeats itself.
That's not what you should be doing with coffee grinds, unless.
I just needed it to look brown. I didn't need it to taste good.
God. All right. Well, anyways, we have a Clamblitz match going on here.
Let's actually get back to that.
Fintersteller has a pretty good lead at 51 points.
Yeah. Groundcod Day is at 80 points.
Yeah, we do see them right here with a climb at the basket, throwing it in right away.
Doesn't get any points for their board though, because it was just getting rid of their penalty.
Yeah, just getting rid of the penalty, and I don't know if we're gonna have enough for a backup on that throw. So that basket's gonna close up and dispense another little pity clam for them to pick up.
They did remove their penalty by 10 points, which is still progress, but nothing that will give them an advantage.
We do see Groundcod Day coming up here with 2 power clams here, making way for a big push. Ooh, Timothy doing a bit of a trade there.
I think they will get in.
Samurai,
yeah,
yes, those colors are backwards. Samurai
there. Wow, they came in from up top there. They lost the lead.
Wow. All right, well,
I don't think I've ever seen that strategy before, where you go around the side instead of going in straight from
From the front?
Yeah, from the front.
Taking the back door on that end, I think I would only use that if there's someone who whiffed a clam throw. And I had to go up there to get it, but even then, that's so risky. Aqua here just trying to find a way around this, but not able to get past Quirky on that ledge. Putting on some tasty drinks for the rest of the team, though.
Some delicious grape soda.
Grape soda, indeed. So now we see, I think we're going to see a push here from Groundcod Days. 20 clams and the bomb here going through with a hammer, trying to stabilize the other team.
Was
not able to get a pick, though.
That was a really mean splash wall there.
I've been noticing splash walls a lot more this match. I don't know if that's they've always been there. I just haven't been paying attention to them, but I've seen them a lot today.
I miss showering from Splatoon 1. where you just like go under the splash wall, you're just invincible. Groundcod does get the lead there.
Yeah, and they have plenty of clams. Or
no, they have no clams, but they still got the lead.
Still got the lead. Zem right here picking up
16-point lead. I think they'll get a few points. Yep, they got one more in.
Yep.
That's a 21-point lead now.
Aqua not able to quite.
24-point lead.
This
Stop making me do
Timothy.
math.
Oh,
four.
A little bit of.
They have no clams. So 2 more clams, they win the game.
But it looks like they are pretty well done. That basket's not quite closed yet. We need to see that penalty for Fintersteller to feel a little bit of hope there. Okay.
30-point penalty. It's not great.
Yeah, we have 1 minute left, and this could still go either way. We just need to see Fintersteller grab more clams. They currently have the advantage.
Yeah.
And get a good push here. So we see the killer whale come out.
Excellent pop of the killer whale. I saw so many targets come up from that. That's going to scramble Groundcod pretty good.
So we need to see them get. We got 2 picks, but we
They don't have any super clams though there. No clams left.
And just like that, the clan economy is in shambles. Aqua has a chance to get a few more clams here, but they are going to be the sole defense for a little bit. Great way to hug that wall to avoid that splashdown.
Gotta love hitbox manipulation. That's my entire MO.
Yeah. So, okay, they're building up. They have 10 seconds left. We need to see a very, very strong play. They can do it. They have 8 clams enough for a power clam. Seeing some throwing happening in terms of coordinated clams. Aqua getting that spot on Kale.
Nope. No super clam left. No overtime.
I was rooting for them there. They could have done that, I think. It would have been tough.
Yeah.
They could have got that clam in and kept the basket open for long enough and done an overtime push, but...
Yeah, no, without a super clam, you just don't get any more time.
Yep. Them's the rules. Them's the rules.
We don't make the rules. I wish I made the rules.
We actually do. That's the great part about being here and organized.
No, but for the rules of Splatoon, it's not like the referees of soccer can change the rules of soccer.
Well, you're just not playing the right game of soccer.
That's true. Sorry, football.
Football. Calvin ball, yes.
Oh, I love Calvin ball. Okay.
Oh, 1 second here. I am going to...
I saw on your Discord thing that my name was on there. What is...
I'm just going to put the challenge link in the announcements channel for the squids here as well.
Why did I do that?
Are you going to be playing...
I just got rid of challenge. I just signed out of challenge.
Yeah, so
Okay, I'm back in.
Groundcod Day should be doing their last game.
Challenge link here. This is great live content, by the way.
You used the bad word, Andrew.
What?
You said the word content.
You love the word content.
No, I don't.
You,
This is
every time
a
I
live
say
stream. This is a live stream. Content is a synonym for slop that isn't worth watching. This is quality. No, this is quality videography we're making right now. We are live streaming to a loyal audience who wants to know our insightful opinions on different elements. What's your opinion on uranium?
I think it's pretty cool. It is. I have this conversation with wife Kuno every now and then. If you were able to go back in time,
Yeah.
The uranium, like a rock of uranium, is perfect to give somebody a cursed item.
Oh yes.
Because they don't understand radiation.
No, they don't.
They'd be like, "Oh, this is magic. It's warm. It's glowy. It's really cool." But then their DNA unspools itself.
See, one thing I love about like radioactivity is it proves that like people who believe in like crystals and stuff is accurate. It's just like no rocks can give out positive vibes. Rocks can only give off negative vibes.
Debuffs only.
Yeah.
Oh, there's got to be some sort of healing rock.
I mean, you can't understate the placebo effect. If, like, it does give you the positive vibe of I get to look at pretty rocks.
Yeah, yeah.
And that is a positive benefit 'cause I love looking at pretty rocks.
Looking like people's displays of their cool rocks, those do have a nice ambiance to them, and I like that. But I don't know. I
They
think
don't cure cancer, unfortunately.
maybe you just aren't
Unlike-
eating enough. We have a
Well,
match starting, by the way.
I know what causes cancer is eating their uranium.
You don't even have to eat it. That's how strong
I know, it's
uranium
great.
is.
All right, so we are in our last match. We are on Sturgeon Shipyard. We are 1-1 now, I believe, is the score, if I'm not wrong.
I can't remember because we had a color mix-up halfway
Oh, if the color
through,
mix-up was
yeah.
happening, then
Yeah,
then it would
we
be
will
2.
find out shortly.
Okay, it is 2-0.
But we are here playing some tower control, yes. So this is, yeah, I don't disagree with that pick on this map. Some maps, like I don't really like Mahi for tower control. It's a little, it's Mahi for itself.
It's great. I love it.
Sure. But this one here where it has a few twists and turns to go through, I like that a lot. Artemis, where is Artemis going?
They're just chilling out, maxing, relaxing, all cool.
Yep.
They got a wipeout.
Yeah, Groundcod Day getting a wipeout, taking this tower back home to the center. where it
41
should be.
points on the board for the initial push. That's really good.
Yeah, great. Very good first push for Fintersteller there. And Groundcod Day needing to get some... Oh, those triple splashdowns, that is a lot of danger area to contend with.
Even if you
but-
get the person while they're doing the splashdown, you still have the 2 other like shadow people to worry about.
Yeah, oh,
Uh-oh.
oh, we saw nothing.
Yeah.
No one fell in the water. It's fine, it's
Nope.
fine. Samurai here
Excellent
on...
bubble.
Yeah, on tower with a big bubble to keep them through this checkpoint. They're almost through. There
Got
it
through the
is.
checkpoint, yep. I think they might pull lead, I say, before I eat my words.
Yeah, not when you're under that kind of heavy fire. They knew exactly where Samurai was, and Aqua here taking the bottom route. This is a... Oh.
Yeah, they did a trade, but yeah, that was a 3v1 there, it looked like.
Yeah, that was a rough place for Dynamo Roller to be in particular. Just surrounded on all sides. You want them all in front of you in a very broad sense. Whew. Fintersteller is really giving them a run for their money here. Oh,
Fintersteller, has Kaz. Is Kaz not playing right now? Kaz is not playing right now, I don't think.
no, I'm looking at
There
the
is-
back
there
of
he is.
Kaz's head right now. So
Okay.
Kaz taking a bit of a break here.
He earned it.
He earned it. Well, he had training to do
He
too.
bloody earned it, mate. I think he's currently trading Pokemon with his Game Boy Advance SP Blue Edition. If he's
With-
not doing that right now, that's what he was doing.
Yeah, exactly. It's very important stuff.
Oh, that's avoid the bomb is good. Avoids the wipeout by avoiding the bomb.
Clabe with that that splatling up there, wreaking a little bit of havoc, but getting taken out. Samurai on this is gonna be iffy. Battling for this tower here in this small checkpoint area is really rough. Lots of people
Okay,
taken
I
out
think
there.
the Dynamo's a good spot to try to take out the tower there.
Needs to get a little closer.
Okay. Yeah, they ran away. Smart move. I would have done the same.
Okay.
All right, gotta love some blueberry cream soda.
Aqua just like chasing this person down, like not allowed to escape, getting revengeance for their teammate and having a good time.
Revengeance.
Revenge, exactly. Metal Gear revengeance for their teammate. Ooh. Okay, so right now we're at minute 30 left. We have a strong lead from Fintersteller and Groundcod Day,
30-point lead.
50 point. Yeah,
Nice round number. Easy to do math on.
yeah. It's 12. So
Okay.
it's not.
Well, it depends on what base number you're using.
Illidan's going in for trying to get a sleigh done on the entire team, not able to get there. A little too far away. Wipeout on there.
Wipeout
So
for Groundcod, they could get a lot of ground with this wipeout here.
yeah, if Bomb can stay alive
Will they
here,
get that? Yep, they got the pick
there's
there.
30. That's a
Checkpoint
lot
two.
down. They
Another
might get
wipeout. I think they got it.
I think they've got
One,
lead
there you
here.
go, they got lead.
Oh, big push, and they might get this
Yeah.
knockout if they're
Will
able to
they-
keep it out.
Yeah, just
There's
keep the momentum.
knockout.
There we go. 2-1. We did not
Congrats.
see a sweep.
Yeah.
Groundcod does get their adjective that is a good adjective.
They've verbed pretty hard on that noun.
Confirmation.
Let's use that as a nice segue to our quick break we're going to do here while we get set up for our next match. So stay tuned. If we're we'll see where we're at. Well, we're going to get the next match set up and
We
go
do
from there.
need to hopefully get the soap eating incident story told, because I did promise people that I would tell them what happened, because there was some curiosity about that.
Okay. I mean, it's fine.
I mean, I'll do it right now. We got a few seconds. So, okay. So November 1st, you show up at my house, dressed up as Hatsune Miku.
Canadian Hatsune Miku.
Canadian Hatsune Miku.
Yep.
Okay. Then I was like, last LAN, you asked me what my favorite soap is to eat, and I gave you a legitimate answer, and you gave your legitimate answer.
Yep.
And I was like, okay. So I bought that soap for you, and I'm like, oh, Andrew's at my house. I'll give it to him now. As he says he likes this soap. It looks edible, but I'm sure he will not eat it. And then I hand it to you, and I remember this very vividly. You just look at it, say, all right, unwrap it, and just take a bite out of it. And then you start passing it around the room, and other people start taking bites out of it.
I swear there was a bit of peer pressure there. I don't think I just went for the bite.
No, you did, because I was like, no, Andrew, don't eat the soap.
This is slander. No, there's no eyewitness accounts. There's no video. You don't know that.
Eyewitness accounts, yes. Video, no. Thank God.
Yes, that's what the soap incident was.
Yeah. And if you look on our Discord on Agenda, you will see the evidence of that, of many different bite marks from many different mouths on the same bar of soap.
Yep. 3 players, 1 soap. That's what it was.
It was more than 3 people. It was like 5.
Was it? Okay, well...
I will not be able to waive it from my memory ever. I have the entire thing inscribed perfectly, and I will not be able to remove it no matter how much diet soda I drink.
Okay, well, diet soda being the big memory eraser, we're not going to help you in this case, but we are going to actually go to our next match. Secrets have been spilled here. We'll see what the next match holds for us, so stay tuned. See you in a bit, everybody.
I'm waving in it. You can't see my hand. It's off screen. There we go. It's a good undulation.
Well, we're not cutting.
Yeah.
Yoko, we're not cutting. I'm doing an action.
Keep undulating. Keep undulating until we're cut.
I don't want to keep... No!
Keep undulating! That was an undulation.
It was an undulation, for sure. It was... This is an undulation. Look at the... Okay, everyone, welcome back. Just dealing with some audio issues from one of our equipment things, but... Gotta keep things going, so we're gonna get this match started here. Joining me, I do have Samurai, though.
Yes, it's good to be back in the comp seat. It's been a little bit.
Yeah, with the double setup that we have right now, you're always playing almost always. So
I have, yeah. I think I've had one break, and shout out to Kenneth for being able to make it so that I could get another and hop on comms.
Yeah, yeah. So. Since you are here, able to do comms, looking forward to your gameplay commentary as well. But I just wanted to give a shout out to you because you and I were collaborating, and you did a lot of heavy lifting for getting these seasons passes done for this year. So
that was very fun to do. Sorry, there was a crow that flew into our building for a split second.
Do you have one on you, or?
I have mine.
Okay, yeah. If you want to just show off to the camera so they can kind of see
there we go.
Yeah.
There's whoa. This is the product of 2 very long days and nights of work.
Yes.
But we got them done, and they look really, really good.
Yep. We'll chat more about that during the break, but the eager players have their match started.
Yeah, we're getting right into it. We're starting on Flounder. What mode is this? This is clams. Okay.
Okay.
Flounder clams to start, and we have Fintersteller and Blot Tub Time Machine playing.
Yeah. Let's see here.
So we got. We're looking at the weapons. We're trying to look at the weapons in front of us, but like on the paper, but not on the screen. So Flounder Heights is a very vertical map that's going to. Oh, Sid's gonna do so well on this map actually with the custom explosher.
Yep, yeah, great for the custom explosure.
This is kind of a perfect map. There is so much cover, and Sid's shots with the custom explosure.
What happened there?
Good. Whoa.
That was weird.
Yeah, just kind of.
I think there's a disconnect. So I see Joel gesturing about stopping and doing something. So I think something happened there. So. Yeah. Okay. Sid ends the battle.
Something was wrong. We're gonna try that again, I guess.
I'm willing to bet it was like a controller mess up, but
yeah,
sure. They're gonna get that.
Okay.
Oh, someone didn't plug in the headphones.
All
okay,
right.
that'll do it.
So, I mean, that was a bit of a preview. It'll be interesting to see if either team really.
Joel's instructing them to not to, because this is
They're gonna do same weapon, same map, but yeah, Fintersteller, how they deal with Sid on this map is going to make a lot of difference. Sid's custom explosion.
Was it giving you grief?
Sorry?
Was it giving you grief?
Yeah, no, I know firsthand, and first and second hand from watching it and playing against it. It is excellent. The spacing, the shots that Sid is able to find and everything. Yeah. She's really good with that weapon in her hands, and like this is kind of a really good map for it.
Yep. Certain maps really let certain players shine, and this one here should go good for Sid. No pressure at all.
We also have, I believe that's Tomek on Wellstring as well. So another ranged weapon for a Blob Tub Time Machine. Mm-hmm. And that's not to say that Fintersteller is without any kind of big advantage as well when it comes to. Ooh, that's rough. Distance. See, that's tough. That's a tough splashdown.
Yeah, there was not really anywhere for them to go. They were covered, like surrounded by ink, and just that splashdown came down and took them out right away.
Yeah, it's not even like a lot of the places you can try and hide from a splashdown as well are vertical, but that doesn't really help you just with the nature of how the move works.
Yep.
So tricky to deal with normally, especially tricky to deal with on Flounder. You kind of want to put a wall in between yourself to be able to survive it. Artemis really get in there, but. And that was Sid. Again, so many players around, but it was Sid's shot. Ooh, big Trizuka, 2 down. We'll see if and they do score. Fintersteller does get the first score of the game. Now we'll see if they can properly hold this and get a few more clams in.
Yeah, they've got a lot of time left up, but really. They need to get up there and get some clams in. Right now, they're being pushed back by Sid and others.
And now we have. POV. Yep, there's one down. Might get another one here. Yeah. I saw that coming.
Yeah, this is what you were talking about.
Comes I think that was Illidan's there. Oh no, there's Illidan's.
Yeah, Illidan's here. Probably best to stay back and wait for the team to respond while they get their troops back. But that was a fantastic first break open from them. Getting up to 44 points.
All right, whoa! A lot just happened there. The camera's going all over the place. But I assume Sid got another splashdown, took out at least 1 or 2 people on Fintersteller. See, just jumping out, bailing. It's like again, Sid's very capable with the weapon, but her comms are also really good.
Got it.
And she plays really smart. That was an interesting timing for that kind of bail. But clearly, and it might not have worked out actually. That's a big wipe.
It's a big wipe, and it looks like the team is communicating. Clay immediately jumps out to go capitalize on this.
Yeah, we got Cooler up as well. Whoa! Hey, Cooler's down, so that's not as big of a loss as it could be. We got Artemis kind of sharking over here, but goes down to Music Glory with the Splat Wiper, personal favorite weapon of mine.
Yeah, I've seen you rocking it a few times on stream today.
Oh, is that? Oh, that's.
Okay.
Whoa.
I was wondering if the counter triple splash on will work out in their favor, but
Fintersteller is doing. Okay. Fintersteller's teamwork here is really excellent. The way they are backing each other up and the way they are not really going. Artemis has had some moments where they've like gone a bit too far in and kind of paid for it. But for the most part, especially down the stretch here, they've done a really good job of staying as a unit and not taking a lot of one-on-one fights. Going into a lot of fights 2-on-1 is a good way to guarantee that you
get wiped.
Just keep winning. Whoa! What a crazy play from Quirky.
Quirky's been doing really well today too. I've seen some really nice plays from them.
I've seen it as well. Quirky's 52 gal is unfair. The shots that Quirky's able to get off, and I'm not surprised. Apparently, a top I believe 3,000 X rank player.
Oh my God.
3,300.
Wow. Okay.
So excellent. This is not like this is a great. Obviously playing really well with the carbon roller here. Not even like a top 3 or 4 weapon they play. So they're just that good. They're gonna go down there to the torpedo, just a lot of like gradual damage, a lot of chip damage from paint.
Yep.
Let's see how Artemis chooses to play this, because Artemis has a lot of people jumping.
Yeah, there's a lot of people
jump to them.
Though we do see the power climb trying to make their way over to the Fintersteller's basket. Looks like it's a pretty clean shot.
Blob is going to get on the board here. Right at the end, they have a lot of ground to cover, though.
Yeah,
and they don't really have any clams.
No, they need to get
So this is going to be
some
a short push, and now they have 8 seconds to make another power clam, and
yeah, they
don't
need a
think
power
that's going to happen. Nobody, forget power clams, none of them have any clams. This is over.
Yeah, this is over. There's not going to be a chance for overtime, though I did see Fintersteller really trying for that last final break.
Yeah. Yeah, that was just kind of smothering from Fintersteller there. Just kind of controlling aspects of play, not letting them even get a power clam to the basket for
most of the
4
match
minutes
until
and
the last
40
minute.
seconds of the 5-minute match. Just good play.
I didn't realize that Quirky was that high ranked.
Yeah, Quirky is really, really good, and we're looking at Quirky on our notes here, and there's nothing. They did not send in a weapon list.
Yep.
So going in blind, but now we know, and now we're going to hopefully everyone's going to be a bit more ready.
Yeah.
For the finals LAN in January.
Yes.
And how threatening Quirky is.
So they're going to Wahoo World next. What would be your counterplay seeing that play? So Wahoo World, I don't like. There's going to be some advantages for what was it?
For the ranged weapons and a lot of the Explosion.
Explosion, that's what it was. You knew from the gesture.
I read it's right here.
I was looking for it. It wasn't bolded. My eyes just glazed right over it. Yep.
It should be bolded, but these are we're looking at the weapon lists that all the players submitted for the season passes. So they have they list them 1, 2, 3.
Yep. So we're seeing splat zones.
And we're going zones.
There.
That makes sense for a Blob Tub Time Machine.
Yeah.
I think.
I could see that with the way they want to play it. It's a very small zone.
With the well string, with the Explosher, even if Sid switches to tri-stringer or ballpoint.
Tri-stringer could be good here because of the versatility, and being able to be a bit more up close.
And then you kind of have Music Glory just kind of zooming around, either in the periphery or in the trenches underneath the main spinner. Just kind of picking up paint, maybe getting some picks. It'll be interesting to see if they go with something like Triple Ink Strike, which is pretty strong for getting the zone. The zone in Wahoo World is pretty small, so Ink Strike can just be an automatic retake. If you're able to, it's not that difficult to position all 3 shots. For some maps it is. Wahoo is not really one of them. If you have the space and time to make the shots, you probably will once you have even a little bit of practice.
It's just a matter of getting up to that platform, either through the bridge or from the side route to get in position and throw all 3.
Or from snipe up the brick wall on the right side as well. There's a lot of options there to retake zone, and Blob Tub Time Machine I think is going to have a lot of space to be able to do so. And then Music Glory also has, if they don't want to do Ink Strike, they also have NZAP, one of the maps where Super Chump can also retake a zone. You might need to use a bit of special power up to make the explosion radius bigger and make it paint more, but there's a lot of ways to do this. There's a lot of ways to do this. So
triple splashdown would also be pretty quick for getting that zone in one shot as well. I'd say a little bit faster than the others, but you have to be right in the center of the zone. That's the big difference. You don't have that range advantage that the other specials would have.
But I think that's the core kind of method behind the pick is just prioritizing range and kind of keeping them at a distance. You kind of have your hand out. and you can hit them and they can't, and you win. And that I think that's the kind of game they're hoping to play. But Fintersteller's teamwork has been really good. Their coordination's been really good.
Yeah.
Wild World is a pretty hallway map as far as your options in. But depending on if you get a pick and you have 3 players can't watch as much terrain or cover as much as 4 players can.
Right.
So if Fintersteller is able to get a lot of like crucial picks and get in space and really coordinate the routes that they take and when they take them, that's going to be a counter to whatever they plan for spacing.
Yeah, and looking at Fintersteller's list here, they do have some people who are proficient with long-range weapons, so they could get Blob Time Machine on that as well. Like if we do see Kaz's E-Leader, I don't think we will.
Yeah.
And I don't think, is Kaz playing right now?
Kaz...
He is, okay. Yes, he is. So...
Yeah, Kaz is on.
Tenebrella or E-Leader would be very good here.
Yes. I've actually played 2 sets against Fintersteller today, one with my team and one subbing in for another team.
Yeah.
So Kaz's Tentabrella is probably going to make a lot of difference here to how they cover it. He could switch to the E-Leader and just purely cover space and try to get picks.
Yep.
But Fintersteller's synergy with the Tentabrella is especially noteworthy.
Yeah.
The thing, basically how their Splatlings and their like long-range charge weapons are able to use it as a shield to slowly move forward. And then Quirky's 52 on top of that. So then you have the tent to deal with and Splash Wall.
Yeah. I've seen lots of Splash Wall used today, and I've seen it used quite effectively just to keep people alive and like kind of, not even area denial, but just like giving them an obstacle.
Yep. It's something you have to keep in mind when you go around. That was a really close set finish on the other set, but enough of that exciting thing that just happened. We're getting into this other set that we're watching.
Yeah, so Blob Tub does keep the Splosher.
Yeah, Junior is an interesting choice. But the well string coming out, that's a really good range charge weapon. Here's Quirky trying to come in behind the tent as we described.
Yeah.
But not quite able to do it, and 3 down.
Wow.
Early. 3 down early. Blob Tub really getting a hand early on, and these are greedy jumps here.
Very greedy jumps.
But it makes sense with Illudens because they are playing the splashdown dualies.
Right.
It's like a weirdly niche thing, but it's so easy to forget that you can activate a splashdown if you haven't fully charged in the middle of a super jump.
Yeah, I haven't seen it happen many times in this match, but like that is a way to juke people out because you will see people get greedy. Like, oh, I see a jump coming, I'm gonna camp it, and then just take them out instantly. But that being said, it does look like
I probably would have got there if I was playing because again, what I just said, those were greedy jumps.
Yeah.
All right, but here's Sid with a splashdown of her own and canceled out by a well-played Zuka from Kaz.
Jeez, and that Tenebrella
does go down to the well string.
Yeah.
This is the kind of set I was expecting to see, a real give and go. Is Blob Tub gonna be able to regain zone here, or is Fintersteller just gonna take this the rest of the way? Because they've already gotten lead.
Well, we see Tomek here trying to get around the way here to try a different vantage point, which could be really helpful for a flank and just get the zone.
And it looks like it might work here for Blob Tub. Oh no! They gotta live here. And there's a jump
coming in. Is that gonna be the nice jump out?
They're jumping. It is, but it's given the circumstances and how little time is left, they might have been better off just going for it.
Yeah, I think
that's tricky. That's a tricky call.
Yeah. Whew.
That's a play that makes smart sense in any other context, but it just wasn't in the context of the game and what the score was. They just didn't have the time to really do that unless they were jumping out of safety and then jumping to somebody else, because I think they had a splashdown almost charged.
That's what I think they were going to try and do, is like use the splashdown to get back in zone, but I think the person that was jumping in zone there got taken out before they could jump back.
That's tricky, because we get to that point in the game and people start doing desperate things. It can be tempting to look at the VOD or when you're watching a set as a spectator and be like, well, what happened? Why did they start playing so recklessly?
That counter.
In isolation, it doesn't make any sense, but given the context of the game and how little time there was, I think they had to they had to kind of play desperate there.
Yeah.
A rare time when they made the smart play in any other context, but they weren't winning. They were about to lose, and they did not have the time to execute what they were trying to do, which I'm sure would have. In theory, it works. You jump out, you save your splashdown, which again can clear the zone that they're using.
Right.
At any point and just automatically retake, but it just wasn't to be.
Yeah, and I think that's a great point to bring up, because like I have heard people in the swamp here talk about like going through and watching their VODs, and it is very easy to be hard on yourself when you see something like that happen, but there is so much happening in a match when you're playing that it's very hard to keep track of everything, to keep calm, and like that's why when it's so advantageous to go through the VODs afterwards, to look at them and be like, okay, now that I'm in a calmer state, how many times did I die when I didn't need to? How many times did I not use my special when I should have? And then what I like to do is pick one of those things to focus on for like a week.
Right.
It's like this week I'm gonna focus on using my special more effectively. So keeping it charged and waiting for the rest of the team to, use theirs and then use mine afterwards. Things like that, and just small little things like that can be. It's a very slow climb to get to a better player, but like that just affects your decision making as you go on.
It's a grind, and it's also very easy to be your own worst critic here. We are starting into game 3. They are staying zones. I'm interested to see how much they keep. So Sid has switched over to the Super Chump Tri-Stringer. Otherwise, their comp is exactly the same as it was last time. I think the idea. I think they think their idea is still solid, and they did have a really good push to start there. Oh, Kaz has switched to the E leader though.
Yep, this is a pretty good map for that.
And, oh no! And if you thought, I talked about E leader being really dominant on Wahoo World, on Brinewater Springs. It is even more so. You have so little space to move back, and the E leader can see so much. There's a splashdown, canceling out.
Yeah, just getting a pick and the super jump.
A lot of stuff. They are gonna. It looks like they might retake zone here. Yep. Here's the splashdown. A lot of the stuff that I talked about with the Wahoo World zone and how it's made up, it's similarly true in different measures to this map. So I think this is a case of Blob's Up Time Machine just looking at the game that they just played and the theory behind why they picked zones and what they were going for, and saying I think this is good in theory, and for this map I don't know what else I would have picked, honestly.
Yep.
Maybe clams. But
that's going to be a
clams didn't go. Yeah, clams didn't go very well for them in game 1.
Yeah. So taking into consideration what your team likes to play and what they're good at playing, that's the other part of the equation too. So like if they don't like clams, if they don't practice it when they
and there's the splashdown again, perfectly done by Music Glory to retake zone there, and it gives them a penalty. It gives them a fighting chance.
Yep. Extending that, getting the penalty on them is going to do a great job of making sure you have time to do what you got to do.
Oh, Artemis is seeking, but this time Sid has the distance to really properly deal with that. You're still shooting with Tri-Stringer. You're still shooting over walls on occasion, but you have a much more direct line of sight, and you're able to get shots off a lot faster than Explosion. Explosion, you're locked in to the one slow shot you have, regardless of whether you're shooting directly in front of you or across the map.
Yeah.
But Fintersteller is just down here. Kaz on the low ground with the E leader here.
They're trying to make a play to get pushed up as far as possible, but it looks like they did get Kaz taken out.
It hasn't worked. Blob Tub did get a chance back. Oh, but the splashdown.
Okay, so
splashdown retakes. There's a lot of specials that people are using that just automatically retake. So this is gonna be a lot of special cheese this game. A lot.
A lot of the game is special coordination with your team, and if you can, in a situation like this where like you're desperate, you can do that one hero play. Like, okay, I have a special, we need to get a penalty on them. I'm just gonna do it.
Yeah, special coordination is everything. Sid has chumps, but is running out of time to use them. Now goes. But I don't think they're gonna pop fast enough to get this.
Yeah, this is gonna be a little.
It's close. It's close.
There's
are the chumps gonna pop in time? They do.
But it was contested enough, and now they're in
everyone's surrounding the zone, and Fintersteller just overwhelms the paint to get the 3-0.
Whew.
Just a pretty dominant set, start to finish.
Very strong team to go
Was it 3 knockouts? Was Fintersteller? No, Clam Blitz was not a knockout. They ran out of power clams. I understand the decision making behind going double zones, especially for Wahoo and Brinewater. That's a set of maps. I'm excited. I'm very excited to play that in a second. Maybe you'll see it on stream. So you can watch me suffer. But that's a tough set.
Yeah.
Well done to Fintersteller. Blob Tub. There's a lot of promise with that team. Perhaps on a different set of maps. That would be a bit more closer. Double zones. That's tough. Fintersteller. That's a strong team. That's a really strong team.
Yep. But just making sure you can do what you can and keep your morale up, because like it's that's another part of this as well. If you're making sure that your team is up to snuff and feeling good mentally can make a big difference for how you do in a game.
That is also true. This is a marathon, not a sprint in this way. It's why we do the teams together like this for multiple months on end. It's why there's so much time to practice.
Yep.
Does the standings for this affect seeding for the finals? Is that how this works?
Yep.
Okay. The standings for just the second week. The first week is like you've been playing together for a week. It's whatever.
Yep. This one's like your middle checkpoint to see how you're doing as a team. And then there's gonna be a big break here because we're in November right now. We're not kind of
we're not doing
December.
anything during Christmas.
Yeah, because that's just a mess. No one's gonna do it. So you'll have the entire Christmas break and then a little bit after New Year's to get your team together and get a few more games in there and use that time to review the VODs to watch your team.
Yes.
But also watch the other team, see what works for them and what tactics they're using. And we have both VODs you can watch as well, so make sure you do that.
Yes, we do. VOD review
get together as a team.
It's good to do. It's also something you get better at with practice. You get better at looking for certain things.
Yep.
It's like the one. It's like the one thing I wish you could do at a LAN is save the full VOD like you can if you're playing online.
Right.
So you don't get quite that much coverage, but with the stream we have here, you still get a pretty good view of what things are.
Yep.
It's amazing how much a lot of teams are practicing as well. There's a lot of friendly sets that are played over the course of like the months in between LANs. It's nice. This is the first. The second LAN is the first one after everyone's had time to really like live in their team and really get used to things.
Yep.
And now it is my time to go play.
Yep.
I don't know if I'm playing on stream, but regardless, I'll see you around.
Yep,
and if not, I'm gonna go color.
Yeah, if not, Zam also did make some little coloring sheets for everybody, and I have some pictures of it, but people have been going nuts on them. So thank you for doing that small activity. Like, it's so cool watching everybody just like have a common activity for them to just like do while they're down. Because some people bring the 3DSs, but I'm glad people like it. The little guy in the corner was originally made by Illudens. Yep.
And then yesterday I went and vectorized it for. I just spent a couple hours just making this, and I enjoyed making this so much, and the fact that everyone is really making a lot of cool designs with it has been really nice. I'm glad I remembered last night. I should ask people to bring things to color with.
Yes.
So that I don't just have like 12 markers for 30 people.
Yep.
And it's just me.
But,
this was awesome.
Loved hearing your commentary from the player perspective. Loved hearing it from somebody who's like in the trenches. But it is time for you to go and get our next match started. So we're going to take a
pleasure
quick break.
as always.
Of course, Sam. Till next time, bye. We shook hands.
All right. Hello and welcome back. We have a giant Octoboy that has taken over the screen.
A great Octoboy.
Yeah, let's give. Oh, there. No. There we go. There we go. Give him little head pats.
It's good Octoboy.
Oh, he's back. Yeah.
Resizing.
There we go. Oh,
perfect.
Wonderful. Yeah, we're going into our final round here, round 5. We have going to be starting with Splat zones on Humpback Pump Track, and this is going to be between Deja, Fugu, and Blob Time Machine. I know we've seen a fair amount of both of these teams at this point. Deja Fugu has been on stream a couple of times. I know you've been spectating off to the side. What's been your takeaway from a lot of the games that have been played thus far?
Strong.
Yeah?
Strong. All the teams are strong. I am so new to all of it, and I am blown away by everyone constantly. Ivo constantly with that hammer. I always see that getting blown out, and everyone just unable to defeat it.
Yeah.
Everyone's doing really good. Like, I have no complaints.
Excellent. And I know you are, as a Blob user, are you feeling any sort of bias towards Blob Time Machine? Yeah, just a little.
Just a little.
I mean, it's certainly a valuable weapon, and a weapon that I think might get some usage on this map, Humpback Pump Track.
I mean, it is a very good map for the Blob. And
there you go. There you go.
Blob representation. That's what we like to see.
And Deja Fugu running a very... They've been kind of running the same comp with some minor variations, but Occubot is really solid on that reflux. Having played against it personally, I know the Archinoth's Carbon is very scary to play against. Lots of sneaky picks there. Deja Fugu taking an early lead. They have control. It is still very early in the game, though. Got Cone Hands here looking to make a push in. They're using the special. Goes down. Ooh, that's gonna, be Deja Fugu taking back control. And has those missiles up. We'll see if those get popped soon. And ooh, there's the missiles coming in.
Trying to weed out their backliners.
And oh, with the Zuka. Was that a mid-air shot?
Sure was.
Archinoth is scary, having played against him, but and they look like they're just trying to keep him pinned down in zone here. Blobtub definitely struggling to find a path in, especially when they're getting flanked by Ivo. Sid the Kid making the push. They have 15 seconds left on the board. They have to do it now. And I don't think that's...
They can push that far.
Yeah, I think that's going to be GG's first game. A very quick victory for Deja Fugu.
Yeah. I mean, they came in swinging hot. They were ready to cap it, and they did.
For sure. Definitely a very aggressive play. Just getting control of mid and then using that advantage to just push them further back into their zone and just not giving them any opportunities to come in.
Can't paint, can't swim, can't ink. Kind of all just falls apart.
For sure. Looks like our next match is going to be going to Lemuria Hub. Definitely one of the most interesting maps in the game. Now, if you were on Blobtub right now and you just went up against that, what would your counter pick here? What's your go-to for this map?
Usually just finding little corners to hide in that are also not completely corners. Don't want to lose your footing, but
For sure.
you want to make sure you can sneak up on people, kind of get cheeky, get behind them, make sure that you're pushing.
Yeah, for sure. And it's just, again, we were talking earlier about how we've been seeing a lot of extremely aggressive comps today. And I think a lot of the teams, you have the teams that are utilizing these aggressive comps, and then you have the teams that really struggle to find an answer to how to push through those barriers. So
It's a good learning experience, honestly, though. Like, you get pushed back, you have to learn how to push back yourself.
Yep, for sure. And yeah, just find a way to get your footing back and to just sort of be able to turn things around and turn the match back in your favor here. And I'm curious to see what they end up going for. I could see something that counter, because I feel like Deja Fugu has a really strong setup for tower control right now, and I would not be surprised if Blob Tub turns. Yeah, looks like they've gone for Rainmaker here. Yeah, I think that's a really fair pick. In that it is a very mobile game mode. So if things aren't necessarily going great from one angle, you can find a different angle, right?
It's not as locked in as zones, so they should have more opportunity to flip it around.
For sure. Now I know you've been mostly main Blob, but I hear you've been picking up some dualies pretty recently. How are you enjoying those?
Pretty fun.
It looks like, are we going to see any dualies for this match? We are not. A Boozler, though. That's an interesting pick. But yeah, again, Deja Fugu not changing up the comp too much. You do see that Decavitator and that Bamboozler coming out. Blob Tub definitely has a bit more of a long-range presence. And it looks like they're going for a really quick score, but I don't think they're going to get it. Sid the Kid goes down. Archinoth ready there with the Carbon. And that's going to be a counter push on them. And they are in a really good position to score right here. Blob Tub Time Machine, 3 players down. But they don't. And they're going for, Sid the Kid. Ooh, and yep, they are looking for that pop, using the bubble itself as a shield from that Bamboozler. But Kohans is all alone down there, and that's not a position you want to be in, especially on this map. And Akibot finding himself in a bad position there, moves back a little bit. And Ivo jumping out of the zone, very heated down there, probably the safe play. Blob Tub looks like they're gonna go for it, and
Made it.
Last second gets that dunk. That's gonna be them breaking the first checkpoint. They are 3 players down, so that Deja Fugu has a really good chance right here to put it themselves in the exact same situation. Deja Fugu breaking it second, so they do have a 1-point disadvantage, but at this point in the game, I don't think that disadvantage matters all that much. So the Kid moving it off the platform. Again, 3 players down. They're kind of staggered here. And that's going to be Deja Fugu taking the lead. They're looking for it. And there it is.
So yeah, kind of the fast-paced rounds like Rainmaker, it's hard to kind of get everyone back to regroup. Back to where you need your team going.
And it's so easy to just get staggered and just like, hey, we need to regroup, but we just don't have the space to do it. And that's exactly what happened right there. Is Deja Fugu got him staggered, and they just kept feeding one at a time, and they didn't have the time or the ground to turn it around.
Yep.
So
it's hard to catch up from somewhere like that.
Yep, looks like our final round is going to be Crab Leg Capital, my personal favorite map. We are going to play the 3rd round out of this one out. Now, Crab Leg, you've played a bit of Crab Leg. What modes do you like on it?
I'm going to be honest, I have no alliances to specific maps, and I have no alliances to specific modes. I just like to get in there, and I like to blob.
Yeah.
And
you play every mode like it's deathmatch.
I like to blob to death. I want to make sure everyone comes into the modes and then they leave feeling like they never want to play again.
Yep, that's a good mindset to bring to the game, is to just bully them out of ever wanting to play the game again. It's a mindset that I endorse. And it looks like they're going to be going for splat zones here.
See, my favorite.
Yeah, I mean, splat zones, lots of back and forth in the mid. Quite a few splats that are going to be happening. Again, Deja Fugu just really aggressive, and Blob Tub Time Machine having a difficult time breaking through that aggressive wall. Now, Crab Leg Capital is an interesting map. There are some good spots to get set up, and I do feel that Blob Tub potentially has the chance to outrange them a little bit. We did see Sid the Kid play that tri-stringer earlier, and I feel like that could get some pretty solid play here. But Again, it's difficult to find an answer to the match, especially in the middle of a set, right?
Yeah. They definitely, both teams will have a chance to set themselves up in prime locations, and if they can hold those locations, then they pretty much will set the pace of the match that way.
Yeah, for sure. Looks like we're hopping in here. Blob Time Machine in yellow, and Deja Fugu in purple. Ooh. That's
umbrella party.
They are. Hey, we don't diss the meme comps because sometimes those meme comps, they go hard.
If I could have a team of all blobs, I would never lose.
What would you name this team of all blobs? I'll let you think about it.
Thanks.
But yeah. Oh, here come. Ooh. Okay, I'm starting to understand what this team might be going for with their meme comp. Good kill with the undercover umbrella there, and ooh, the using the shield to protect against the Ingzuka. I was not sure if that would be enough to block it, but Aiba with his very terrifying hammer gets Tomek, gets Music Glory.
Definitely don't want to get between the ground and Aiba's hammer.
But again, just using the shields of those, it's working. It's working for them.
It is. They're holding back just enough to provide safe jumps.
Using the mines to their advantage, like this. It's kind of a cracked comp for turf or Splat Zone specifically, but looking to build up that special, and there it is. But unfortunately, Music Glory, you are last up. This is not a position you want to find yourself in, and that's going to be a wipe for Fugu.
She held her own really good though.
Absolutely. Using. Ooh, with the laser. Oh. And good dodges, and getting back, but Sid the Kid getting the kill with the undercover there.
Yep,
Deja Fugu still has control of the zone. Never mind, but were able to give themselves a pretty substantial lead. Not a commanding one, but definitely one to be considered.
Blob definitely going to have to push back a little bit harder again to cap it again.
And the hard countering that Ingzuka with the shields of their undercover umbrellas there. And ooh, yep, was trying to panic use the Reef Slider there, but wasn't able to get it out in time. Cone Hands looking to build up some special. And ooh, kind of not in a good position. And yeah, unfortunately that's the ooh. Just, I want this. I believe in the meme comp. And here comes it. It's you love to see a meme comp win, and I really hope they can take this back. But Deja Fugu is ticking down the clock. 20 points left to go. If Blobtub wants to take this, they need to make their move now, which I don't think they'll be able to do, as they are 3 players down.
They keep getting pushed back into the corners of their own spawn.
Again, just Deja Fugu really good at staggering them and using that to their advantage.
Yep. If you spread your enemies out, take them out one by one, then it's kind of hard to get back on top.
For sure, it's a lot easier to win a 3-on-1 than a 3-on-3.
Blobtub did really good though.
Oh, absolutely. They made really good use of those undercovers, and I was not aware that the undercover shield could protect against a Ingzuka, so that is definitely valuable information that anyone that's going to be facing specifically Arkanoth and their Ninja Carbon Zuka Nightmare.
Yeah.
That's something that I think anyone going up against that is going to want to take into consideration.
Absolutely.
But congratulations to Deja Fugu for sure.
Yes, very good games.
All right, we are going to be running one more set for the day. Stay tuned. We will be back with you soon. And welcome back to our final round of the day, round 5. We are going to be watching Groundcod Day versus Splat to the Future. Two teams that have been just very commanding presences today. I think I'd have to look at our scoreboard, but I don't think either of these teams have lost a set yet.
I don't believe so.
That's Splat to the Future did lose to Fintersteller. Okay. I see. Okay. But yeah, Groundcod Day has been an extremely oppressive presence today. They are basically undefeated as of this moment.
Oh, is today their day?
Today might, in fact, be their day. But Splat to the Future, definitely a team that I could see giving them a run for their money.
Yeah.
Lavender Puddle Duck, two very solid players. Players that we've seen do a lot of really strong plays. And I do think that Groundcod Day are going to have difficulties getting through just the wall that they are. And that said, Rem and Strider, not to be taken lightly either.
Yeah.
Strider, fellow Tri-Slosh man, got to appreciate that. Shout outs. But Groundcod Day, the Bomb, Timothy, Samurai, and I believe that's Aqua Ash, just also very strong players. Timothy, specifically, we've seen do a lot of really, really nasty things to some of the other teams today.
Yeah.
And just supported really well by the rest of his team there.
You have a strong player, you back them up.
Exactly, and that's the thing. Just Groundcod Day has just been playing so aggressive today, and it'll be interesting to see if they're able to keep up that just really strong momentum. Our first match, as we saw last round, will be Splat Zones on Humpback Pump Track. Sorry, just hearing a lot of noise from a lot of different directions. But Splat Zones on Humpback, knowing Groundcod Day, they're probably going to want to play a lot of their close range, very aggressive. I could see Timothy breaking out that range blaster to harass them on their ledge there.
Yeah.
If you're in Splat to the Future, what's your answer to that? What do you, knowing this is an aggressive team, what are you bringing to the table?
Blob.
Blob? Understandable.
Or Julies.
Yeah. And what do you want on your team though? What do you think is the key to breaking through that wall of aggression?
A sniper.
Yep.
Maybe someone with a splatter shot. Mm-hmm. Get up in there. Mm-hmm. Paint a lot. Honestly, I think a heavy splat lane could also do you pretty well. Like.
Mm-hmm. For sure, it'll be very interesting to see just how they try to answer Groundcod Day, because like I said before, Groundcod Day extremely strong, extremely aggressive, and I don't think the other teams have been able to figure out an answer to that just yet, but we will see. I could definitely see a focus on a bit more range. Groundcod Day does love their close range weapons, so we will see if that ends up being the answer. But again, it is up to Splat to the Future to figure that out. Soon, as we will be jumping into it very soon. Now, we were talking earlier about your newfound love for the dualies.
I mean, my newfound dapples in the dualies.
Yeah, fair. I mean, dapples are a strong weapon, for sure. They're to be respected.
It fuels my bloodlust, which is what I usually look for in a weapon, is how close can I get to them before I ice them.
What you're saying is you'd probably fit right in on Groundcod Day.
I mean, if they're a team of killers.
Because you are also a killer. This is what you are implying.
Maybe.
I think you're a killer.
Just a little bit. Oh, sounds like we will be starting soon. So hopefully we can see some good friendly killing. For sure. The
Now I know you mostly main the Blob, but touching the dualies. What are some, having seen some of the other websites, have you been inspired to learn anything else, to maybe try? Oh, maybe I should pick this up for a little bit and see how it goes.
Honestly, I've seen some really good Splat lane plays today, really pinning people down. So that's kind of something that I'm definitely interested in. Even the Umbrella Squad, just the Recycle Umbrella, it's pretty impressive work. I wouldn't mind dabbling in that too and seeing what else I can pick up.
For sure. And that's kind of what you want. It's you want to be able to fulfill a variety of roles depending on what the team needs in the moment, right?
But I can do all that with the Blob.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean the Blob itself, very versatile weapon, as I'm sure you are aware.
Do you want me in the back line? Do you want me in mid? Do you want me in frontliner? Like, I'll do it all.
And two pretty solid what's the word? Kits for it. Two good specials. So definitely a weapon that can see use in pretty much any map and mode, for sure.
Force to be reckoned with.
Absolutely. And I've seen your Blob. It is in fact a force to be reckoned with.
Against the right people, at least.
No, it's. I was able to sneak in for a round earlier, and I picked up a Blob in your honor. And yeah, that thing is that it puts in work when you need it to. So.
Oh yes.
But I don't know if I'm quite ready to
get your hands blobby.
Get my hands blobby. When my desires need a bucket, I'm a tri-slosh.
What's wrong with the bathtub? It's basically a bucket.
It is a large bucket for sure.
It's like a giant's bucket.
But looks like we're hopping into it. Groundcod Day in green and Splat to the Future in purple. Both teams, again, a very aggressive comp from Groundcod. I think their longest range is the Dynamo. A bit more balanced from Splat to the Future. Both teams back and forth in mid right now. And looks like we are going... Yep, there's the couple specials out for Groundcod Day. Yeah. Ooh, here comes a hammer. Ooh! 1, 2, 3. Splat to the Future has to be feeling good about that one.
Very good hammer play.
But unfortunately, Groundcod Day was ready with the jumps to get back in, and they are ticking down that clock. 60 points left. Lots of time on the board. Still very much anyone's game, but that jump is being watched. And Groundcod Day maintaining control, throwing out a wave breaker. And looks like the bomb... Ooh, the bomb is going to be trying to harass them in their court there.
Pushing very
called
hard
out
with that splatter shot.
But that's a Lavender down. And here comes the hammer. Gets 1, gets 2. And that's going to be Splat to the Future taking control from Groundcod Day. Getting wiped in the process, but Groundcod Day, that's a pretty sizable penalty that they're going to have to chew through. They are chewing through it right now. Splat to the Future regrouping, trying to get their ducks in an order before they make another push. And ooh, yep, using the bombs to create pressure, but getting pinned down by the well string there. Ooh, goes down to the Nautilus. Lavender taking control of the zone, going down to the bomb. Samurai, just a bloodbath in mid right now. Splat to the Future breaks through their penalty, but Groundcod Day takes control and gives them another small penalty. And takes back control, ticking down through their own penalty. And ooh!
Very good hammer snipe.
Good play with the hammer by Puddle Duck there. And yep, using the well string to create a little bit of distance, create pressure. And I believe that is... Oh, nope, who is that? Samurai gets 2 with the flank. Puddle Duck is last up in a really bad position and tries to jump out, but is not able to do it. Groundcod Day back in control. 30 points left on their penalty. So Spots of Future still has a little bit of time to make a push, but they do need to make a push real quick here. 20 seconds to go. And they're going for it. But here's Timothy with that brush. Goes down to the hammer. That's a delayed wipe for Splats of the Future. That's going to be them taking back control, giving Groundcod Day a pretty sizable penalty, ticking through their own. And there's Lavender giving a little bit of cover, moving back a little bit, but just all over the place. Yep. Spots of the Future regrouping. They gave themselves a little bit more time, but that penalty is not going to last forever. Yep, they're about to chew through the end, so if they want to make a push, they have to do it right now. And unfortunately, just not enough time on the board. A close match, but Groundcod Day, just their aggression is able to keep Splats of the Future pushed back onto their platform and not able to capitalize on the successful pushes that they did have. So good job by Groundcod Day.
Absolutely. Splats of the Future definitely wanted that. They showed that and how hard they pushed.
Mm-hmm. For sure. And we are going to be jumping to Lemuria Hub. Now, if you're on Splats of the Future, you just saw that match versus Groundcod Day. What mode do you think is the answer here? Because I think for Groundcod Day, their comp is really favoring Splat Zones and Clam Blitz right now. Mm-hmm. So I do think the answer is either Rainmaker or Tower Control. It's just a matter of which is Splats of the Future going to feel more comfortable with right now. Now, Lemuria Hub, pretty open map. Groundcod Day likes their close range comp, so that's something they could play towards.
Well, I know Lavender was using that Nautilus and doing a pretty good job with that. I think Tower is a pretty good mode to kind of hold down with your...
For sure,
and longer range.
And yeah, Puddle Duck as well with that well string.
Mm-hmm.
Just they are able to hold that long range. So I think that's going to be what they want to do. And there we go. They're going to go for a Tower Control. Yeah, I imagine they'll probably get either Lavender or Puddle Duck to be the designated rider of the tower, with Strider and Rem and whoever their third is as their sort of their kill squad, I guess. Mm-hmm. The people that are looking for picks. Now, Groundcod Day, do you see them switching their comp at this point in the day? I mean, it's been working pretty well for them thus far.
I feel like when you've got something that works really good, you tend to stick with it.
Mm-hmm.
I could see maybe them varying it up a little bit to account for kind of the obstacles they'll face in the more open map, but I think, if it's not broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, that's fair. And we will see pretty soon here just how much they do decide to change it. But yeah, Lemuria Hub, I believe that is the newest map to be added to the game.
I believe one of the newer ones.
It's either Lemuria Hub or Airport was the most.
It's Airport, I believe.
One of the two. Either way, a newer map. So
you haven't played. You haven't played.
I haven't played that much. But either way, one of the newest maps of the game. So definitely a map that maybe not everyone is as comfortable on compared to something like Humpback, right?
Mm-hmm.
And here we go. We have Groundcod Day in orange and Splats of the Future in blue. Interesting. That rapid is a really interesting choice. I've definitely seen Puddle Duck run that before. Definitely a weapon that he is pretty comfortable with, and definitely a weapon that is very strong for tower control. Yep. Just a little bit of back and forth. Both teams right now looking to get some picks before committing to any major pushes. Ooh, a good splat on Samurai there. And using their specials. Here comes the inkjet. Ooh, goes down to a suction bomb. And ooh, Timothy. Yep, that's going to be not a bad first push for Splat to the Future. Was able to break through that first checkpoint. And Timothy out in front getting the splats that they need. But the rest of the team is there now, so let's the tower move up a little bit. Ooh, Lavender.
Coming in with that Nautilus.
And that is a wipeout. They were not able to break through that first checkpoint, so Splat to the Future has to be pretty happy about that one right now. And looking to run up that scoreboard a little bit more. Using the inkjet there to create a bit of pressure. That sees Aqua going in for a flank and calls him out, knocks him down. And they're at the point where they're ticking up the scoreboard. Yeah, just using that rapid. Rapid is such a powerful tool for tower control because it's just the perfect length to hit the top of the tower from a pretty wide variety of angles.
Yep. It keeps you in a safe location while still being able to kind of take out everyone else.
For sure. And ooh, good pick right there.
Good use of the inkjet as well.
Yep. And Splat to the Future, very commanding lead right now. They have just broken through the last checkpoint. They have 1 point to go. Oh! They are not able to get the dunk. They are in an extremely strong position, but Groundcod is not going to let them have that dunk. And both teams back in mid, a little bit of back and forth right now. Groundcod using their specials to push forward. Timothy creating a lot of pressure with that Octo Brush.
Pushing them back into their base.
Yep, gets Puddle Duck. Again, Puddle Duck has kind of been the backbone for Splat to the Future this round. Lavender does get him down. Gets the bomb as well. And that's going to be them. And no team has anyone down at the moment. They are calling out Lavender, just peppering a location with bombs right now. Using the splashdown. Ooh, really solid. Timothy comes in with the brush, creates that pressure. And ooh, almost gets got there. Again, Groundcod creating a lot of pressure in mid right now.
They're definitely got to try to make the push, 'cause even if Splat to the Future can hold on to their lead, that will give them a big plus.
And again, larger map, so Timothy drops some beacons that the team Splat to the Future is gonna need to deal with those in order to keep up their defensive line. But again, just really good beacon placement. That's going to give Timothy's team a pretty decent advantage as they try to push through mid. Though, again, they are going to need to dunk this in order to take the win here. And with less than 30 seconds left, they really have one opportunity to do that, and that is right now. Ooh, that's a really solid 3 down for Splat to the Future. Timothy trying to hold the line as best as he can. Is not able to hold it. Graham Lavender and Puddle Duck they have to maintain a perfect push here. And they're 3 down. This might be Splat to the Future handing Groundcod their first loss of the day. And that in itself is huge for Splat to the Future.
Oh, absolutely.
They have shown that, hey, Groundcod Day, you are not undefeatable. You can lose, and we will beat you. And hopefully they can take that momentum into the next match.
Yeah.
But Groundcod Day, they do have the opportunity to answer this. Crab Lake Capital, their pick on mode, so I definitely feel like we're going to see another Splat Zones. We're going to see a Clam Blitz. Something that Groundcod Day knows they're strong and just uses that to push their own advantage. But yeah, just very solid play there by Splat to the Future, almost dunking it.
Almost. They had a substantial lead. They really had their team together. I think if they keep that momentum going, then they might be able to show Groundhog Day the future.
Excellent. And sorry, we're having a few technical issues at the moment. And there we go.
We go.
And they are in fact going for Clam Blitz.
Clam.
Clam Blitz is definitely an interesting pick. It is a pick that is essentially trying to throw the opponents off the game, I find, right? Is it requires more coordination than any other mode. It's not everyone focused on a single objective. It's a lot of back and forth in mid until one team feels it's in a strong enough position to take advantage.
Yep.
And just going for it. Groundcod Day, going to be using that aggression to their advantage. Crab Lake, not the largest map in the game, but a map that does have a lot of spaces for longer range to set up some pretty safe sniping positions. And yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they bring to the table for that, and what Splat to the Future brings to the table in return.
Yep. Honestly, if they have some good Nautilus positioning, and I think they could probably hold it down pretty good. But I know Clam is very movement heavy as well, so it'll be interesting to see kind of how it plays out.
You don't necessarily want to have a dedicated backline, but you do have something that's going to flex on backline, and I think that the Nautilus is a strong contender, and there, in fact, there it is. See that rapid again? The Zinc Mini, an interesting pick, specifically because you can use that bubble to give your team safe location to score from when you do get up there. But both teams do need to get up there first, and both teams losing one player. Just back and forth in mid right now.
Trying to get their picks.
Yep. And someone on Groundcod Day just jumped out. I did see a hammer out there for a second. Again, just both teams really needing to get those picks right now. Ooh. Good play by Rem there. Timothy comes in with the brush though, and goes right back out. Ooh, was ready for it, but so were they. Ooh, trading with the hammer right there. And had a two-player advantage for a moment there, but not a good enough advantage to push forward with. Lavender goes down to Samurai. Both teams looking to get some clams right now.
No one's got a power clam yet, so.
Yeah, 2 down for Groundcod Day, and they're watching that jump. Oh, but doesn't have the ink to get the. There it is. And get some soda out. That is Puddle carrying. Using the Booyah to try and knock him out, but he's not able to do so. Oh.
Torpedo got the Splat.
Ooh, was that a direct? Puddle using the inkjet to create pressure. Timothy sees that and knocks Knocks him out of the air. And a little over a minute in the game and no scores yet. Again, both teams just looking to get into a position where they feel comfortable scoring, and neither team has been able to do so yet. Splat to the Future a little bit on their back foot right now, but Splat's Timothy, that's going to be pretty big for them.
Brush has definitely been flanking them out a lot, so getting it out of the way will definitely give them a little bit of an advantage to push forward.
For sure. Lavender's looking. Oh, that's for a jump. And now Groundcod is on the back foot a little bit. Again, still very much back and forth in mid right now. Using the fizzies to create a little bit of long-range pressure. Someone's going for the flank, but gets called out. And here comes the hammer. And, ooh, goes down. They're going to be losing that power clam there, but Groundcod Day not in a position to take too much advantage of that. Able to get a little bit of space in mid. And they're moving back. Again, 1 minute left on the board, still no scores.
Some of the best clan matches I've played have had almost no scores right until the end, but someone's got to make a push if anyone wants to see a win.
And it looks like Splat to the Future is going to be making that push right now. Gets Timothy. There's the first score of the game for Splat to the Future.
Well done.
Well done indeed. And able to get 43 points. The basket is still open, but they do not have the clams to capitalize. Rem has it, but again, barrier is now closed. They're 3 down. They're going to be regrouping and getting ready on defense because Groundcod Day has 30 seconds to make up those 43 points.
They are gathering their clams.
And
they are trying their push.
Yep, they are fighting in mid right now. Splat to the Future has the slight advantage in terms of paint control, but Groundcod Day is using their specials, trying to make that up. Gets, that might be it. That might be it. And I think that's gonna be game for Splat to the Future. A 2-1 win for Splat to the Future.
It was not Groundcod's day.
It was not Groundcod's day. I mean, it's been their day. It's
been their day for the most of the day.
They went 4-1. That's definitely respectable. But hey, no one was undefeated today. Which
did Splat to the Future give them a slap back to reality?
Indeed, they have been slapped back to reality. We are currently censored. By Takuna, who thinks we're just too beautiful to be shown on screen. But just a really good job by Splat to the Future. Losing that first round in Splat zones, but sort of seeing Groundcod Day's game plan and being able to call it out. But that's going to be us for today. Thank you very much for joining us for our second LAN of Season 10. And we will see you again in January for our final LAN of the season. Until then, I've been Jolington.
Been Go to Chino.
And we will see you next time.